Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sactown Sports 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom!
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Why is there a link on our? Why is there's always something on a Monday? This is actually fine compared to most. There's a link on our page on our home screen that says Diana Rossini genuinely loved Mike Vrabel as she considers breaking silence. It's like a link.
Okay.
All right. Well, still not really touching that one. I don't know. That's weird. Whatever.
We'll talk about it after 10.
Good morning and welcome in. And how are you? It is a Monday, the 11th of May. And what does that mean? The 11th of May, as everyone knows, it is 3 months to the day before my birthday. We start the slide.
The slide, huh?
The slide. Summer.
I'm attempting to dazzle Dave.
Birthday.
But at what point do you slide back up? Because then it's football and NBA.
Oh, whatchamacallit? Hard Knocks. Hard Knocks.
Which is around your birthday.
Yeah, it's right around there. Yeah.
Okay.
I meant the slide, not like the general slide, the slide in it. Like, how old were you? Do you remember, if you think about it, how old were you when you stopped liking birthdays? Or wait, you probably still like them.
Yeah.
God.
They're important,
Jason.
They're important.
I'm glad to have more.
See,
yes,
that's the ultimate perspective. That's all you need right there.
That
and
is
full stop.
But I'm good. Like yeah. I'm good. I would like to stay here.
Okay, so when you were 40, you're probably like, I don't want to ever be 50.
Well, you are assuming I'm 40.
Okay, well then I'll go back to when you turned 30.
Yeah, yes.
I know you're at least 30.
Yes, I am at least 30. Yes.
That probably felt old. Would you like to be 30 today?
I know exactly what I did on my 30th birthday. I quit this place.
Did you?
I did. I did. I walked into Mike Ramey's office on my 30th birthday. I had made the decision the night before because I was really depressed about turning 30 because that is that's a milestone.
How'd that go for you?
Then you sent a telegram.
Hey, see. Yeah, I was on a stone tablet. I went into Mike's office. Mike Ramey's our old program director here for long, still longest tenured, right?
Yeah. I'm number 2.
You are number 2, and not in the bad way, in the good way.
He's number 3. I don't think we'll like the answer.
Number 3. Jeff? No, hold on.
Maybe. Mark Evans, Jeff.
Mark wasn't here, though, was he? I mean, I know he was.
I mean, the next one's not very long.
It's not Dawn.
I think maybe it's like nobody.
Like they're all tied?
No, I think it's like...
Oh, having nobody as a program director. Yeah, that's true. That's actually probably true.
Yeah, if you combine the times.
If you combine the times, yeah. So I walked into Mike Ramey's office here. It was sometime in the afternoon. I did not work here in the daytime. It was at that time I had been, and again, goes to, the old man stories now, times change, where, you get...
I paid my taxes!
Yeah, you turn in an app and you board up for 3 days and you have like a weekend show, right? Or you're filling in. That was, I had been, let's see. I had been doing backup sports updates to you for 3 years. Wanted to get a show, but just didn't see a path. We had, if I remember correctly, Rise Guys in the morning. Then we had Don and Mike middays. Jim Rome, Don and Mike. Grant and Mike Lamb, and then Coase, and then Monty at midnight. Monty at midnight, 9 to midnight. Monty McNair. Monty. Oh crap! Come on, Monty. No, Tim Montemayor. Thank you. Thank you for the head shake because that would have taken me a while.
Tim, and you
it would have taken me a lot longer. So I just didn't see a path. I was doing well in the mortgage business enough to be able to keep doing that. But I think, basically the only times I worked is when you were sick or traveling. And my entire on-air experience outside of doing updates consisted of, it was always fun doing it with Coase, because he would involve you. You'd be a part of stuff. With Grant and Mike, I mean, they were great, but it
was their show.
It was their show. They did their thing. Coase always, it was like us. We're always, talking to everyone. But I went to Mike's office and I was just like, look, nothing for nothing, but just, I'm good. Just, I'm going to focus on other. I just don't see. I'm going to
focus on my sales.
Yeah. Time to move on. Time to give up this radio dream. It's been at that point. Well, I started interning at 16, so it had been 14 years at that point. I mean, almost half. Those are the conversations I was having with myself. Almost half my life I've been trying to do this at 30. Not working, so not happening. Anyway, so we had a great talk. And Mike said, tell you what, you're not working that much for us. You do your fill-ins. And do me a favor, would you? It's not going to. Give me a year. Give it a year. If you still feel this way at 31, I won't argue. I'll shake your hand. You've been great. Give it a year, and if you can't, if I call you in for a shift and you can't work, well, we'll find somebody else. But just give it a year before you make any rash decisions. I said, okay. I mean, that's fair. It's not like I was working even 20. I was probably averaging, if you took it out over an entire year, I was probably averaging like 3 hours a week. So, and this was, and I was doing well enough at the other job. This is how stupid I was. Is that the most angry he ever got at me, Mike Ramey, well, before I started doing the show, but to that point, the most angry he'd ever gotten at me was when he found out that, I went a year without turning in a time card. I just didn't, which, by the way, still, yeah. So I went a year, and I guess somebody in accounting pointed it out that I was basically working illegally for a year. I mean, but again, the grand total was probably 80 hours of work, but still, you're breaking laws. In my mind, I thought that if I didn't turn in a time card, that it would be harder to fire me or let me go because I wasn't costing any money. So why not use me? I kind of thought he knew, and it was just kind of a don't ask, don't tell type of thing. Well, no, that wasn't the case. And I mean, it was like $5 an hour, $6. I don't know what the hell it was. Not, money's money, but I was trying to play the long game. Anyways, November. It was late October or November. It was Bonzi Wells, Kings, Minnesota, overtime. I have to go back and look, but I think it was maybe, because that was August. This is maybe 3+ months later. That's when Monty left and the whole thing. And I appreciate Mike for that, actually. So that was 30.
So would you rather be 30?
I've wrestled with that question a lot because here's the thing. Here's what always screws it up for me. It always screws up those questions for me. Always stops it. The kids. Now, if I knew I was still going to have the same exact kids and go through all of that again with them, and yeah, right. That would be kind of fun. I could. The problem is when this gets into a real philosophical conversation is that my response to you when you say why is there's just a lot of things. It's not the obvious answer well, I'd invest in Bitcoin, though I would, or, do whatever.
Bet on Leicester City.
Bet on Leicester City.
You did invest in Bitcoin.
I did. No, I know the reason is because the reason I gave you that look is that, like, I saw this article. I saw this article last week, and it was pointing out like all these stocks that have been going crazy over the last year, right? And I started going down this rabbit hole on Robinhood because you can go back and look at your, like, if you bought a stock, no matter when you bought the stock, it'll show you when you bought the stock and for what price. And I looked at this one. It's, again, not financial advice. I'm just saying what the article says, so everybody calm down. I looked at this article, and one of them was a company called Lumentum. And I looked at it, and this was just because so it was January 19th, 2021, and I had just gotten a tax return. I got whatever, and I took the whole thing, right? It's like $7,000, and I bought Lumentum. January 19th, I'm looking at it right now, 2021. I bought $7,000 worth of Lumentum at $94.56. And then I freaking panicked, and I sold it after it lost $100. Then I went, and 6 days later, I upped it to $10,000 in Lumentum. Again, that's a ton of money. I basically took the whole thing and put it in there, right?
You put it on Lumentum?
At $99.29. That was January 25th of 2021. I sold it the next day at like $100 loss, like an idiot, okay? That was the last time I purchased Lumentum. January 25th, 2021 at $99.81. It is currently selling or trading at $958.78 5 years later. Now, I don't know the math. Because basically, I bought it at $100. Let's just make it easy. I bought it I bet $10,000 at $100. And it's now, let's just call it, trading at $1,000. Chris is doing the math. I can see him, and I appreciate it. I don't know what that was. So, for example, I would not sell that. But other than that, I would just want to experience everything. Over the weekend was this is crazy, the 14-year anniversary. It came up on Facebook. It was a 14-year anniversary of when I did get fired from here, when I was working with Don. And Steve fired me. And my wife saw it on Facebook, and we got to talking last night. It was so funny. Like, first off, oh my God, 14 years ago, but also like, wow, that was a lifetime ago. Like, legit. Did you come up with the number, by the way?
It would be worth $100,000 today.
Such an idiot. Wait, is that it? Yeah, I guess so. 10 times. Yeah, stupid. So, but we started talking. I completely forgotten something. This is where the Jason Ross philosophy comes in. You know, always look on the bright side of life, right? So, got fired at 10 a.m. shortly after, and by 1 p.m., Melissa, myself, and the kids who were 4 and 3, right? Yeah, 14 years ago. Yeah, 4 and 3. We were at Ansel Hoffman Park. So I got home, told my wife, who was not working at the time either. We went to Winco.
Set the screen.
We got like $4 pack of hot dogs. Thing of buns, got some mustard and paper plates out of the house, whatever. And I had some leftover charcoal and lighter fluid in the shed. I just remember getting it all, and we put it all in a bag. We kept the charcoal and lighter fluid separate. I just want to say that for the record. That'd be weird. Put it all in a bag. We went to Ansel Hoffman Park. And the funny thing is there were, living in Roseville, there's a lot of parks nearer to me than Ansel Hoffman Park. But for some reason, I wanted to go. That was my home base growing up. I was drawn to it. And we took a cup, like a ball and some stuff to play with. And you know, they have those little park barbecues you can use. Yeah. So we barbecued, and we just sat there. The place was, it was like I think it was on a Monday. It was on a Monday. And so park was dead. It was just golfers, but nobody in the actual barbecue-y part of it. Anyways. And we just barbecued hot dogs and hung out and played and goofed with the kids and all that. And it was so crazy because I didn't have any, mortgage business was absolutely in shambles at that point, which was my only real fallback. It's not like there's a ton of stuff for radio people to do in the real world, or at least at the time. 4 and 3-year-old kids. Melissa's not working. She had quit to have the kids and then just, stay-at-home mom type of thing. And we were just like, and Kings were leaving. They were gone, which, in retrospect, hey, I know a lot of people. I've seen a lot of that this week. Like, I wish they'd left. But, yeah, I know. Anyway, it is crazy to think, and that's really part of the big reason why I don't do I wish I could go back. I don't think I cannot believe everything happened the way it happened when I went back and thought about that day at the park and just going, I have no idea. I'm looking at my wife and young children playing, eating a hot dog in a park that I used to walk to when I was a kid. And I was like, I have no idea how I'm feeding these people. I have no idea how we're going to keep paying rent. I have no idea. We have like 2 months of money in the bank, max. No freaking clue. Hey, you know what would be a great idea? I've got one. I'll do a podcast in my garage for $500 a month total while my wife goes back to work. And then at some point ask her, just as she's starting work, so that would have been November, December, January, February, March, April. After 7 months, maybe really 6, because it took a while to get it up to speed. 6 months of doing a podcast at $500 a month. And then like, hey, can I go on a 1-month RV trip with these dudes to do whatever for this team that's 100% leaving probably, and I don't work for them either. And even if they stay, I'm not going to work for them. So there's really no point other than I have no idea. And for her to say yes, you really think about like we're going to talk about the lottery today, right? And a lot.
Was that this weekend?
A lot. It was. And there's going to be a lot of talk about, because I'll be honest, wasn't happy most of the weekend. Most of the weekend? Yeah. Most of the weekend. Most of the weekend. I wasn't happy Saturday. I really wasn't happy Sunday. But then we talked about it yesterday. And I was like, you know what? Could be worse. This is the worst coat possible, but it's true. And I know it's going to make people cringe. I actually sat there and was like, I'm thinking about the fact I would still rather it be this crappy than have them gone. Because I put myself back in that time slot, or that time period, I guess, a little bit. That doesn't mean that I'm not pissed. It doesn't mean I don't think everything sucks. It doesn't mean that I'm not convinced that there's somebody out there that we could pick that's going to be awesome at 7, but we will not pick them. It doesn't mean that I didn't see Scott Perry's Monday motivation, want to drive my car off the road. Not his fault, just wanted to. Just in general. But it was an interesting thing, so. That's the insight into my.
You good? You okay?
And we started a fast today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When was the last time you ate? Last night, right?
Yeah, last night. Last thing I had to eat was at a little after 7.
There you go.
Yeah. You guys?
You've already done that. You're almost there.
Almost there?
Yeah.
I'm almost 12 hours in.
Yeah. Easy. Only 60 to go. Right?
I am currently I'm bringing dusted off the old water bottle from the cobwebs. I am currently well above good morning. I have a lot of drinking to do before I even get to good morning. Are you guys doing the electrolytes thing too or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't have it yet, but we just started.
That's what I got is electrolytes. With them little packets. What is the taste? Passion fruit.
Oh. Just water. You can have you can't have coffee because you put cream. You can have black coffee, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna have black coffee. Which I did. I had black coffee this morning. Water, and then, was it bone broth?
Huh?
Why can't we have chicken broth? Why do we have to have bone broth? Is it because it can't be the sodium?
You're the one that brought that to the table.
Well, that was when we read the article originally. That's what they said, bone broth. You don't do bone broth?
No.
You just do water and electrolytes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably would.
And coffee.
Bone broth's gross.
I don't know if bone broth technically breaks it or not. I'm not sure. I mean,
I'm not going to do it this time.
Okay.
I'm just going to do the electrolytes. But I got the poker thing tonight.
oh, that's right.
Electrolytes.
What?
I need more passion.
Passion fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck. I hope you win. I don't want to.
Oh, man. 24 hours without eating and playing poker and
All in, peace.
Dave won or lost first.
oh, wow, I was totally winning. Then I lost. That's great. I think I'll go pick up some snacks. Oh, I can't do that either.
Here's how everybody's doing. I've only seen.
Why were you mad Saturday?
Oh, because I knew we were going to be screwed. I just started going.
You can't do that.
What?
You can't have this whole thing of, hey, if I say to myself the worst thing is going to happen, then that means I'm not going to be upset when it happens. But then you're upset anyways.
I'm less upset.
Oh, my God. I'm glad you weren't hoping for the number one pick then.
I'm less upset.
Are you less upset because it wasn't the worst thing that could happen?
Well, there's there's like levels of upsettiness. I'm I'm still upset, but it's more of a like well, here we go. I got it. It of course. God hates Sacramento. It's one of them. Like,
Wow.
I knew. We all knew.
You knew. Why wasn't it ninth?
Better. I mean, again, why didn't I lose my whole leg just to the knee? Like, yes, it could be worse.
So maybe there's some love.
Well,
Good thing you're not Pacer Dave.
well, what? Having a team that was a quarter away from winning a championship last year and getting their star back and having some cap space and oh God, please don't bring to me. Oh, the Pacers. Please don't bring that to me today.
Why? They had a way worse day than the Kings.
No, they did, but that's
100%
okay.
worse.
But here, let me. Here's why it doesn't work for me. Here, I'm gonna lay it out analogy style.
Sure.
We're at Thunder Valley, you and I.
Yeah.
Okay. We both decide, as for fun, right? We're gonna play one blackjack hand. We've been there for a while. We're up, we're down, we're pretty even. We're gonna play a blackjack hand, you and I. 10 grand on it, right? We're just, hey, let it go. No double down, no nothing. $10,000 in chips. Got to go get a marker. 10 grand in chips, you and me, let's go. And we both lose. And not only do we both lose, but we both had like 19, and the dealer showed a 6. And then the dealer turned a 4 and a king. It was one of them, right? Oh, it's a gut punch, right? Here's the difference, okay? You're getting when I go home, I'm getting into my my Datsun pickup, and I'm gonna go back to my apartment with my family I can't afford. You're getting in your Ferrari and going back to your mansion because you're a freaking gajillionaire. So we both lost $10,000 bets, and that's painful. But the pain is different based on the overall quality of life. The Indiana Pacers last year did better than the Sacramento Kings have ever done ever.
Yeah, but they didn't get your criteria. They didn't win a championship.
They didn't win a championship.
You could argue they got tortured more. If the Kings had the year the Pacers just did the last 12 months, you would be tortured. You were in Game 7 and lost in the finals. Your best player got hurt. You missed the whole year.
Yeah.
You trade a Benedict Mathurin,
Yeah.
a future pick,
Yeah.
and now this year's number 5 pick, and you got Zubats.
Yeah, it's Zubats. It's
And so
terrible.
now you're back next year. You're good. They're getting back to the finals. Are they any closer to the championship?
Then the Kings?
No, the Queen. Then the King. No, than what they were. Your whole thing is about winning a championship.
I'm trying to be honest here. I'd be upset.
Absolutely.
Of course I'd be upset.
Yeah.
But I would be able to fall back on the fact.
Are they getting back?
Let me cut to the chase on this debate. You get to trade ownership all the way down right now. Pacers or Kings? Who are you taking?
Probably the Pacers.
Well, not probably. Come on.
Okay, but are they winning? Your whole thing is winning a championship.
They are, by definition, competing for a championship. I mean, by definition, they're on the track.
All right.
I don't know that's. I can't tell you that. I can't. Was it a fluke? Will Halliburton ever be the same? That's all. It is. It's all on the table. It is. I have to admit, it's all on the table. 5 years from now, we could be having the conversation saying, hey, remember when you said you'd trade with the Pacers as the Kings are on the rise, and that was the closest the Pacers ever got, and then Halliburton. And who knows what would happen if Halliburton. I have to, as a scientist, acknowledge that could be factual.
And the year of the best draft, allegedly, in 30 years. That's what some are saying.
That's what some are saying.
They could have had a top 4 pick. They lost it. Lost it.
As we go to break, there's a famous philosopher that once said, could have been so beautiful.
Could have been.
Could have been so, right?
I think so.
Could have been my lovin' every day and night.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Was Tiffany or Debbie Gibson?
Debbie Gibson, I believe. I'm leaning there.
Who wins? Debbie Gibson or Tiffany for you?
I think Debbie Gibson has more hits.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
I think so, too. What they're doing. Oh, wait. I saw a clip of Tiffany the other day. Never mind. She's
singing, right?
Yeah. Kind of. It's a little Vince Neil. Oh. Yeah, a little Motley Crue Vince Neil. You know what it does? Yeah. It does happen. Hey, we got a big show for y'all. We were going to have Henry Bolte on, the hottest prospect right now in baseball. But he's a little busy today. We'll explain that later. He will join. We did talk. I woke up to a text from him, and very understandable. So we'll reschedule that. But we're going to have him on this week. It's going to be very fun. Grew up an A's fan. Went 12 for 12 in 12 at-bats. And by the way, he's incredibly fast. I think he has 16 stolen bases. It's lottery time. We will talk lottery quite a bit. Let me just lay it out for everybody so you don't freak out. Between now, next half hour, we're going to try to get out of the way all the other sports stuff over the weekend because we really want to focus a little bit on the playoffs and a lot on the lottery. We're going to have 3 hours damn near of lottery talk, so don't get upset if we're not diving in right away. We got a lot to get to coming up next. It is, bad week for Atlanta, and we'll explain why, and also more from Barkley and Draymond, and why Devin Carter just became perhaps a future All-Star. We'll explain all that when the show starts next.
For the second consecutive year, the San Jose Sharks will own the number 2 pick in the NHL Draft. With a talented young core of Macklin Celebrini, Michael Misa, Will Smith, and William Eklund, are the Sharks emerging as legitimate playoff contenders in the Western Conference. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
May is here, and so is your excuse to hit the ballpark. The green and gold are bringing the energy all month long with fan-favorite bobbleheads, can't miss post-game fireworks, and a ballpark atmosphere you don't want to miss. Turn up for Sacramento Saturdays and bring the whole crew out for Stompin' Sundays, packed with kid-friendly fun, giveaways, and the opportunity for kids 14 and under to run the bases after the game. Enjoy big swings and bigger moments all May long in West Sacramento. Lock in your seats now at athletics.com/tickets.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729. Or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Join us at Camping World's Red, White, and New Trade event, our biggest trade event of the year, May 14th through the 17th. Trade in your RV and get the highest value guaranteed. Then upgrade for less with new RVs starting as low as $94 a month. Plus, take 25% off select maintenance services. Save up to 40% on camp-ready must-haves. And enter to win a new RV. Don't miss the Red, White, and New Trade event at your local Camping World, May 14th through the 17th. We'll see you there.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When opportunity knocks, you don't just answer the door. You kick it down. On Sunday, June 28th, for the 5th time, the door is open once more, and the eyes of the world turn to San Jose as AEW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, CMLL, and Stardom present Forbidden Door. Live Sunday, June 28th from SAP Center at San Jose. Tickets on sale now at AEWTIX.com.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text it.
We're back. We're back. Yeah, Devin Carter got I don't know what you call it, a haircut?
His look different.
Yeah.
Look good.
I mean, look, I always want to.
It didn't look good?
Look,
It does look good.
I struggle with this because it's in fun. It's in fun.
You know, I also struggle with this because I don't know what I would do if I was bald.
Be a lot less high maintenance.
Yeah.
You know, you wouldn't have to get up and do your hair. And this is and I'm old enough to remember when Chris came to work every day at a Boston Red Sox hat.
Yeah, I remember those days too.
Like
That's
every day.
I thought I was going to be bald.
You ever notice that though? Like, you ever notice like almost every golfer on the PGA Tour goes bald? Like when they take their hats off to shake hands. Yeah, and
they've got that horrific.
Exactly. They've got
suntan.
this crazy tan.
You ever see that one of Stuart Sink years
Oh
ago?
my God! It was like
he
a
had shaved
headband,
head, and then it just looked like he dipped the top of his head in
Yeah.
butter or something.
I think it is something about. I think it is something about like wearing a hat all the time makes you balder or something like that.
I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. But no,
Not my experience.
Devin Carter went, got some hair stuff
shaved.
Yeah, and it's so funny how we obsess on, not obsessed, but how it's a thing. But I personally believe Devin Carter is going to double his stats next year now.
The new look helps.
The new
that
look.
much.
The new look.
Hey,
yeah.
I'm for it if it does.
Well, but then again, last time I was wrong. I actually thought that when De'Aaron Fox shaved his head, his stats would go down. I missed that. I missed that, Fox.
He's pretty good.
He's doing okay.
Yeah.
Ishmael. Hey, you ever tell anybody to call you Ishmael? You ever heard that one before?
I have, yes, and you guys can call me Ishmael.
Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah. Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing poorly from a Kings perspective, at least.
Sure.
I recognize a lot of the fan base was saying, "Oh, we don't deserve this. We don't deserve this." We actually do deserve it because we chose to win those games, win 4 out of 5 in I think March, beat the Jazz in a game where everyone wanted to lose, beat the Raptors just so DeRozan could have another good game in Toronto. Like, we chose to do this when we all knew it was the wrong thing to do.
Well, to be clear, hold on. To be clear,
Yeah.
and I know you mean that. I know what you mean, but I just want to be really clear because you started off with the context of Kings fans. When you say we, you're saying the organization, not the fans.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Absolutely. Yeah, not the fans. Most of the fan base, from what I could see, I don't know everybody, but from what I saw, most people were saying, "Hey, let's not maybe win, 12 out of 20 or whatever we did towards the end of the year." To just mess up our odds, because at the end of the day, like, yes, people think, oh, the lottery's rigged or whatever. Maybe sometimes they can put their thumbs on the scale for like the first pick or something, but they're not rigging all the picks in every single lottery. So it is a math equation at a point, and we removed our lottery balls intentionally while we had veteran stat stuffing the team, and now we're probably the second worst situation in basketball next to Brooklyn. At least they have cap space in the short term, but we're now a second apron team, which not enough fans are talking about. It's going to be really difficult for us to offload our players again. And we're now going to come in and we're going to get the 7th pick in a draft where, like, we could still get a good player, but there were generational guys at the very top. And the odds of getting who we want at 7 is just not as good. And also, we desperately have needed wing help for pretty much ever. And we're now going to probably get an undersized guard in Acuff, which will be fun. But when you watch the playoffs, that's the most difficult degree of difficulty player to win with. So it's all very depressing. And my last message is just to the fan base is I know we love the team. Ownership takes advantage of that all the time. But there really needs to be like some petitions going out. We need to have some protests, like peaceful, of course, nothing crazy, but we're just such a non-toxic, loving fan base that they kick us like dogs and just see if we'll come back, for more. They gave us Doug Christie, who we all love, to basically take the fire. And we're just in a position now where they just make the same mistakes over and over and over again. Now we have no North Star on the roster. We have another mid-lottery pick. We have no money. The Spurs somehow have our pick in 2031, which is also hilarious. And we're once again in the same situation where they just know enough people will get season tickets, enough people will buy merchandise, enough people will love the team and go crazy for them in game 82 like we did this year and cheer them on because we're so loyal. And we're just going to be in the situation over and over again because Vivek is just not going to – and he's not like some evil owner. He's not Dan Snyder, but he's just not going to recognize this until he probably sees it affecting him more in terms of the purse strings, I think.
Thank you, Ishmael. That's a lot of fans thinking that. Text line 707. Completely done with the Kings. The NBA is rigged. The Kings will always be trash. Can't even tank right. Sorry, this will also be his last show. I'm not laughing at that. Listen, here's what I'm laughing at because I hear you. This guy sounds like my timeline on Twitter over the weekend as I pointed out that, hey, at least we are as of right now, we have the 4th most money committed to players next year in the NBA. So there's that. We're top 5. We're top 5 in something. That's nice. I said last Friday, I wanted to make a deal. Okay. No, I told you so's.
How'd you do?
I lasted like 5 minutes. Yeah. No, I didn't do what I told you so. I just did snarky. I didn't.
Yeah,
that
feels a little.
I never said I told you so. I just did snarky things like.
Is it like culture?
I said like tough day for the you play to win the game crowd. That's not an I told you so. That's just throwing that out there. I posted our record where we're on this run, but without commentary. So I didn't say I told you so. I just intimated it in a cowardly way, which I'll live with that. In all seriousness, the one thing that I can't get with is anyone that knows anything. Nobody knows.
Right.
Okay. I don't know that had we tanked, we would have gotten the number 1 pick. You can say that the Wizards did, but it's also the first time ever that's happened. The Pacers did not, and what if we were the second worst? Pacers.
Third worst didn't. Fourth worst, which were the Kings didn't.
So I don't know. That's number 1. The bigger one, and this isn't cope. This is just a fact. This is a fact that sounds like cope. The 3 best players in the NBA were picked below number 7. I don't know. I don't want the Kings to pick Darius Acuff. I think they will pick Darius Acuff if he's available. I don't want them to. Darius Acuff may be the savior of the franchise. I don't know. The best player in the draft may be Nate Ahmet. I don't know. Right. I don't know.
Right.
What I can't deal with is absolutes. What I do think is that there are better odds at getting a franchise player higher than lower. That's supported by math.
Well, actually,
what
if you go the past 5 years?
Yeah,
that doesn't match up.
What do you mean?
The worst teams usually drop down big time. So, like, if you were to go the past 5 years with the Kings in the 5th spot, they would have had the 3rd pick, the 4th pick, the 3rd pick, the 6th pick, and the 3rd pick.
Wait, are you counting something I said earlier? Because that's why I'm confused.
That's if they were the 5th spot in the 2021 draft, or lottery, 2022. This has been the last. This has been the worst spot that the 5th pick has. The 5th spot has been in the lottery for 5 years.
Oh, you're saying
the actual pre-draft spot.
We're worse off than we. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, damn,
different than your player one.
Good morning. You're on the air.
Dave, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey, here's what it comes down to for me. When you have a team that's as bad at the All-Star break, if you continue losing, you end up with the better odds of getting a better player. Or you win, you play your vets, you put yourself in position to win useless games, and you end up with worse odds. Which ones do you choose? Well, if you're the Kings, you choose the worse odds over and over and over again. I think that's the problem the fans have with this team. They don't take into consideration, do what other teams are doing. Who cares if it doesn't look good? Utah doesn't care, and look where they're at. They're at number 2. When it comes down to what odds you want the better odds, not the worse odds. It's that simple.
Mathematically, he's correct.
But I think I totally understand how fans are feeling.
Yeah.
I think we're moving the posts a little bit. Because of the way it played yesterday. And if we do that math, the Kings were in technically the worst spot. They were 5th, right, going in.
Yeah.
4 and 6 went up.
Yes.
So some of the argument would be one more loss. One.
Yeah.
They're in that 4th spot. They get Utah's position. Let's say they lost or won 3 more games. Well, that's crazy. You won 3 more. Well, you're in Memphis' spot.
Right.
Boom. Now you go to 3. We'd all take that today. Let's say you lost like 3 more games. Uh-oh. Well, you have higher odds as the callers by 3%, by the way. Then you're in that Indiana or Brooklyn spot. Well, Indiana didn't get a pick and Brooklyn 6th. I mean, I think we're moving.
What you're talking about, and we'll take a break here. You're talking about the long-running Marcus Smart corollary on this program.
I am.
Yes.
Okay.
Marcus Smart, Celtics Kings. Ball goes on the rim. If it goes an inch to the left, Celtics win. Different show the next day.
Yeah.
I love this corollary because it's true. Had the Kings had the worst record in the NBA any of the previous 5 years, and then they end up falling like every other team did, this entire show today is about tanking isn't worth it.
Right.
Tanking isn't worth it. So whatever happened, as long as it didn't happen well for the Kings, we are going to fit our anger around the thing. I'm with you. We were going to talk about a bunch of other stuff, but as always, fans dictate the show. 1-800-912-1140 ACTC on the line. We'll talk about what you want to talk, and once you're done wanting to talk about that, hopefully we can fit in the other things. We're back in 3 minutes.
For the second consecutive year, the San Jose Sharks will own the number 2 pick in the NHL Draft. With a talented young core of Macklin Celebrini, Michael Misa, Will Smith, and William Eklund, are the Sharks emerging as legitimate playoff contenders in the Western Conference. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
I love days like these at the pool, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. I'm ready to make a splash with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza. Skyrizi is a prescription-only injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. At 4 months, most people saw 90% clearer skin when measured from head to toe, and many were even 100% plaque-free. People also saw significant improvement in psoriasis symptoms of pain, redness, itching, and burning.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Now there's nothing on my skin thanks to Skyrizi, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Lunch was great, but this traffic is awful.
Can we stop at a bathroom?
Are you all right?
I keep having stomach issues after eating, like diarrhea, gas and bloating, abdominal pain, and sometimes oily stools.
Sound familiar? Those stomach issues may actually be a pancreas issue called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. Creon pancrelipase may help manage EPI. Creon is a prescription medicine used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. Call 800-633-9110 or visit creoninfo.com to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
I'm asking my doctor about EPI and if Creon could help.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
Ate it.
Sometimes having size 15s. Shoes. We were on the golf course yesterday, and Mason decided to said he could jump across a bunker with one step in the bunker. It was a long bunker. He said, I need one step. Okay. So he takes, he's at that age where.
Yeah, I could do anything.
Running start, jumps a lot farther than I thought he could. Plants in the middle of the sand trap, jumps, and almost makes it, but catches his foot on the lip of the bunker and just does a face.
At least it wasn't the rake.
It was, and
did you have to do the? Oh, it's okay, buddy. It's okay.
Yeah, like old school days. His mother and I, first thing, we're like, "Are you okay?" And he just pops up. He's like, "Yeah," and then we just die laughing. You have to make sure he's okay first, and then we just clowned him all day. Good morning, TC.
Hey, Dave, what's going on, man?
What about Jason? There you go. Okay, thank you. Sorry.
I was getting there. Jay Ross,
okay.
What's up, buddy?
That's TC. It's my fault.
Hey, brother. So listen, I'm coming from a different angle. I get everybody's frustration and all that, right? But it's not like we dropped to number 9, and we're still in the same position. And when I tell you this, it's going to make sense. It's a bigger picture than this situation. We all know we need a point guard. So now the picture is more clear. Now we have our pick of the litter at 7, right? So now it's like, which guy do we want to go to? Do we want to go A-Cuff? Do we want to go Brown? Or do we want to go Kingston? Kings fans, we still need a point guard of the future. The picture is more clear now. So now it's what guard do we want to go with? Also, the bigger picture is moving off these contracts and moving guys that don't want to be here. That's the bigger picture. This is just a start. Draft our point guard at 7 and build from there. Kings fans, we will be okay. I get it. It just wasn't our luck, bro. We fell short. It is what it is. But now we're lucky enough to have the 7th pick to pick our point guard of the future, we hope. But the big picture, Dave and Jay Ross, we can't lose focus. Moving off guys and contracts that don't want to be here. That way we can free things up. That's all I got, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think there's some truth. I mean, there's 2 really important targets. This pick is important. There's no way around it, whether they pick it at 7 or move it or whatever. I assume they're going to pick there. But I still think Scott Perry's biggest goal, to be honest, this offseason is getting younger and shedding salary.
Sure.
Now, I mean, he's wanted to do that last year and during the year. It wasn't easy. There was a little bit of it in Schroeder and Ellis, but not a ton as far as getting younger. But shedding salary, I think we argued that they added some in that move with getting Hunter. So they've got to do that. Those are 2 big
for sure
targets this summer, as well as this pick. And let's not forget the 2 second-round picks. I'm not, saying that they're going to be better than their 7th pick, but those are going to be important players too.
Did you see what Kevin Pritchard, the GM of the Pacers, said?
Basically openly admitted. That's to me why I'm also lumping in when you said, like, Indiana, that was their philosophy. I loved his honesty, but they had to tank. I believe that they did. I 100% believe that they did.
Yeah.
And they took the risk, made a big trade, and now they lost that pick. They had a bad day.
He said on Twitter, "I'm really sorry to all our fans. I own taking this risk. Surprised it came up 5th after this year. I thought we were due some luck, but please remember this team deserved a starting center to compete with the best teams next year. We've always been resilient."
That's the way you have to look at it, too.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Front-facing, honesty. And by the way, he's built a really good team there. And he's right. They did deserve a center.
But I also think that falls in line. Like, here's a lot of things I saw yesterday.
Yeah.
I feel like yesterday covered everybody's argument and also missed everybody's argument. Where something like, tanking works. And it was like, okay, sure, if you're taking Washington's perspective, right?
Yes.
Let's go to Indiana.
Yeah.
Their general manager basically admitted that's what they tried to do.
Yes.
They lost their pick. I think Brooklyn is trying to. I believe they kind of gutted their team. They had 5 first-round picks a year ago.
Yes, they did.
They had the 2nd worst record this year, or 3rd, tied for 2nd, whatever it was. They're picking 6th. Utah, I would say, was trying to lose at the end. They were the benefactor of that. They also got fined for it.
Yes, they did.
The 2 teams that got fined were Utah and Indiana.
By the way, Utah would pay like 10 times that if they knew they got the numbers.
Sure. Yeah. So, I mean, if you take it from Utah and Washington's perspective, I'd say yeah. If you'd say it from, do you differ?
No. The whole thing with Indiana, though, I think that's important to remember is that it's not the tanking that got them. It's the previous pick protections to the they still got the number 5 pick, right? That the process of
but
tanking.
They went back 3 spots.
But right. They did.
Yeah.
But I think, listen, had that pick, and I know ifs and buts, if that pick wasn't going to the Clippers and the Pacers were just holding on to that, they might have taken that risk has looked differently because of the encumbrances on the pick, but the tanking still got them the 5th pick.
Yeah.
They just had a different – we're not having that conversation if that doesn't go to the Clips.
Well, they were tanking so hard because they wanted to be a top 4 pick so that they keep on to the pick.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
that's what I'm saying.
Failed in that way.
The encumbrances is what made them fail.
So if we're also saying, though, that, like, for Kings' perspective, one more loss puts them in that Utah 4 spot, which, boom, jumps them into the number 2. Indiana fans today are going, well, we didn't tank well enough, right? Washington won 2 more games. Could Indiana have lost 2 more? Of course they could have. And then all of a sudden they're picking 1, and how would we feel about that right now?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think it depends on each team's perspective. Washington and Utah should be thrilled today. But I think the whole league, too, by the way, is going to change this. Did this work? Did it not work? Some will say it did. Some will say it didn't.
We'll take a break. It's funny. It was like, we'll get in the lottery at 7. Well, we are. Hey, you know what? We go. We're by request. Yeah. We are malleable. Yes, great word. When we come back, we will get into 3 for Madness. What was your reaction? Let's look at the picks themselves. The lottery order reflecting on the regular season, and at some point today, I would like to lay a takeout that it could make all of this easier, but it's not going to happen because nobody wants to do it. But mentally, it could make all of this easier. We'll take a break. 1-800-920-1140. If you want to weigh in, as many have already, you can text us at 916-339-1140. And, of course, get on the YouTube chat and make it happen, Captain. Everybody's in there chatting away. We'll be right back after this.
The Kings fell 2 spots during the lottery and will pick 7th in the NBA draft this summer. Without a top 4 pick, how will Scott Perry adjust his draft strategy? Head to SactownSports.com for a full breakdown on the updated NBA draft order.
Your exclusive home for Kings basketball.
Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done. This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Join us at Camping World's Red, White, and New Trade event, our biggest trade event of the year, May 14th through the 17th. Trade in your RV and get the highest value guaranteed. Then upgrade for less with new RVs starting as low as $94 a month. Plus, take 25% off select maintenance services. Save up to 40% on camp-ready must-haves. And enter to win a new RV. Don't miss the Red, White, and New Trade event at your local Camping World, May 14th through the 17th. We'll see you there.
Injured and you're considering an LA law firm looking to charge you 45% to 50% in attorney's fees? That's overcharging. Ashton & Price has been around for over 25 years, and I can tell you no matter how complicated your injury case, you should never be charged 45% or 50% in attorney's fees ever. Direct, experienced, unrelenting, and honest local representation matters. It's called Home Court Advantage for a reason. Ashton & Price serious local attorneys for serious people with serious injuries. So for the best local advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
At Power Business Technology, we're not another big box corporation. We're your neighbors, locally owned and operated. We know what businesses like yours need, from reliable printers to high-performance copiers. We'll help you find the right solution with personal service you just can't get online. Need setup or support? We're just down the road and always happy to help. Power Business Technology, family hometown service with big-time solutions. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3600. $37.29 or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Feel the thunder. It's the energy all around you. Lightning and the thunder. The thrill of the moments to come. The flash of lights. The rush of pure exhilaration. The roar of the crowd. See it, hear it, feel it.
Feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy, pretty much hands off. They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
KHD-KHD1 Sacramento. KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sactown Sports 1140.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
All right, we'll get to question 1 in just a second. As always, we're here to serve you as the #1 sports show in the entire city. That's not me saying it as some sort of thing. That is a ratings fact. Thank you, Nielsen.
Impressive.
AC, good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Oh, we wouldn't go that far.
So my question is, where are the lawyers now? Utah got busted. They got fined for tanking. We did not.
Yes.
They benefited, and now look what happened. This is a complete disaster. 6 would have been bad. 7 is horrible. And we're going to be stuck in our little spin cycle of, not being a contender for years to come because of this. So if I was a Sacramento Kings, I know the NBA has the best lawyers in town, but this is just ridiculous.
What are you going to sue for? What are you going to sue for?
I'm going to sue for the fact that they should have admonished Utah more. This shouldn't have happened. How does Utah jump so high?
It's luck, but it's luck. Doesn't this kind of go to the whole, again, the NBA lottery isn't rigged? If it was rigged, then
we hope it's not.
I mean, Washington and Utah, right? But
Washington,
I'm saying
Utah, Chicago, Memphis, Chicago is what the league wanted.
Yeah, think about that. It's not.
Indiana is, they're crying in their soup today. But
sure,
they got fined too. So what's the difference? They got fined for
they got fined. So Indiana got punished, and Utah didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I get it. We're all trying.
Over on us.
We're all trying to cope, man.
We are.
We're all trying to cope, and I understand that, and thank you. But what AC, and this is the thing, I'm going to piss everybody off today.
Good, go for it.
Because I'm not on a side. I can get into the depths of depression with any of you times 10, and I will. But also, I can't do the whole, what AC's saying, now we're pick 7, and we're stuck, and we're not going to. Maybe, but we don't know that. I cannot accept people that know what's going to happen. If you say, I know what's going to happen, and you're serious, not just I know we're going to suck. You don't know that. Right. And I'm not trying to do the whole, I'm not going to cling all day to Jokic, Giannis, SGA, because there's many, many more. What I'm saying is here is a fact that I would bet my life on. There will be an all-star pick after 7. I don't mean because the Kings suck and it'll be 8, although maybe and maybe. There will be an all-star picked after 7.
Yeah.
There will probably be multiple all-stars picked after 7, and there's a really good chance that a Hall of Famer will be available at 7.
Maybe there's a all-star Hall of Famer picked at 7.
Right. Don't know. I don't know. And you can't tell me that you know. Tell me you think. Tell me our luck. Tell me this is God hates that. I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. You can't say you know because Clipper fans were pissed about SGA and Milwaukee fans are wondering why you picked this skinny kid up from Greece that nobody knew. And why are you picking this fat lard out of Slovenia, wherever the hell he's from, during a Taco Bell commercial?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many examples of all that. The one I went to last night, because I heard, I watched the draft lottery show like everyone else. I think it was Bobby Marks, I believe, on the show that said he thinks this is the best draft since 1996. Okay. So I'm like, all right, well, naturally, I'm going to go back and look at 1996. And to your point, you just said, Dave, 96 was great. And it had at the top Iverson, Camby, Sharif Abdur-Rahim, Marbury, Ray Allen. This is great.
Yeah.
Okay, but then what happened? You get into like that 7, 8, 9, 10 range. There's a Dampier, there's a Samaki Walker, Lorenzen Wright, Potapenko. Getting a little thin. I thought this draft was great. Yeah. 12, 13, 14. Excuse me, 13, 14, 15. Kobe, Peja, Nash. I mean, legendary.
What? Yeah. Wow.
So, I mean, the top was great. But that's kind of consistent with a lot of drafts. In the end, you still have to pick correctly. First, 9th, 38th.
You got to pick correctly. You got to develop correctly.
Yes. Which the Kings have not done consistently enough, obviously.
I'm all about odds and I'm all about mathematics. Yes. The odds are quite heavy. That the higher you pick, the more of an impact play. But that is not a hard and fast rule.
Right, correct.
James, hard and fast rule. Question 1, please.
What was your live reaction to watching the NBA lottery yesterday?
I was on the tee at number 4 at Timber Creek, and I had just hit, and I had the phone in my pocket while I was hitting because I wanted to hear, and then I was able to hit and then get back to the cart. So Melissa and Mason were hitting, and as soon as I was getting progressively more nervous until we got to the 9-10 range, and then it was like, oh God, now I'm getting really nervous. And then what was it? The Bulls moved up, the Grizz moved up, something like that. I'm like, oh God, okay. And then as soon as 7 happened, which is where we were all really looking, as soon as 7 happened, as soon as I saw the logo, I clicked power on my phone. I'm good. Okay, I really don't care. And then, of course, 5 minutes later, I went back and looked at the order. And then it was just like, okay, well. And honestly, I just immediately thought about today's show. Just like that's how the show's going to go. Like that dictated what we're going to do for 4 hours on a Monday.
Yeah.
And then
probably for a few shows.
Yeah, nope, you're right. And I just started kind of going back and forth in my own head. Like, here's the bad stuff. Here's the good. It's just a constant argument in my own head. But in the end, we were on the 4th hole. I enjoyed another 3 hours of playing golf with my wife and son, and just kind of tuned it out for a bit because I knew there'd be plenty of time to go down the rabbit hole.
Yeah. So I was at my mother-in-law's. Mm-hmm. They were actually gone at the time, my wife and mother-in-law. And so I was watching, and doing the same thing, like 9, 8. All right, 9 was the first chance. Really small odds. Good. They're not going to be there. 8. Yeah. Ooh, there's some odds here to get there. And I'm like, okay, just get past 7 because 7's the highest odds. And look, I'm going to be consistent. I was one of the people that wanted them to win regular season games if they could.
Sure.
But I also want to win the lottery. So I was frustrated. I was upset. At the moment you're going, oh, man, that's too bad. Then you watch. Then I was really keeping my eye on Utah because that's the team they were tied with. And thinking coin flip. And then when they went to 2, there was like another little jab there. But kind of then start to then slide into like, all right, I got a little joy out of seeing Indiana not get their pick. But then also part of me went, oh, man, that's the Clippers, though. It's another team in the West. They're going to get a top 5 pick. So just kind of thinking of the bigger picture of all of that, but then just kind of settled in. All right, 7. I said all along, I always felt like the Kings are going to get a good player no matter where they pick. They just have to find it. They have to do it. I think they're, some of the pressure of that top pick or top 2 is going to be away from them, but there's still pressure at 7. They got to get a really good player, and I think they're going to have a choice of what now looks like about 4 guard. It just depends on what choices are made ahead of them.
I've made this habit, by the way, of like not rooting for these teams, but through the lens of being a Kings fan, identifying teams or trying to identify teams early and how they're doing things to hope that our team emulates that. And we had long talks for years about what OKC was doing, and now that's paying off. And they won a championship, and they have not lost in the playoffs. And then that kind of moved to San Antonio, what they were doing, and we'll see what happens with Wemby. We haven't even gotten to that today, but here they are, surpassing all expectations this year. I mentioned earlier how I really like what Atlanta was doing. Not on an OKC or a Spurs level, but I could see Atlanta coming out of the East in a year or two. I'm adding Utah to that list now. I love what Utah's doing. And I think the thing I love the most about it is Danny Ainge built a title-winning team in Boston. And what we forget is that they were a 50-win team, 50-plus win team, and he went, yep, this isn't going to work. We're not winning a championship with Mitchell and Gobert. It's not happening. It's not going to happen. I'm going to flip them for 8 first-round draft picks. And he has been rebuilding this team very quietly. Like Utah last year, Utah sucked last year. They had the number 2 pick. They were tied with us. But, man, the world of difference between what Utah is right now and what they had the same. I think everybody needs to take a good look at Utah. And if I'm working for the Kings, I'm looking at Utah and I'm going, same record. They actually have a higher pick than we do. Worlds of difference between these two franchises and what the future looks like. You never know. But what the future looks like for Utah, I'm adding them to my list of teams that will be running the West for the next 5, 6, 7 years. I think they're next up in the West. I really love what they're doing. And now they're going to add Caleb Wilson. They're going to add Peterson. They're going to add probably Peterson. They're going to add probably not DeBonta, but I wouldn't rule out a Washington-Utah flip, by the way. It just makes too much sense. BYU, DeBonta, Utah. But they're going to add a stud to a team that's not already got some studs, but also has, I think, the 4th most cap space in the NBA next year, $50 million available. They have all their picks, and there was one other thing, and I can't remember what it was. But anyways, they've still got a lot of stuff working.
They made the trade for Jaren Jackson. They got Markkanen.
That's huge. They
Keontae
got
George.
Keontae George, Markkanen. As you said, Jaren Jackson, who is it? Nurkic falls off this year. They still have Walker Kessler that they could move or play. Anyways, I would take a good long look at Utah kids because they're going to be good in the next few years. Number 2, please.
Question 2.
The Kings will pick 7th, 34th, and 45th in just over a month. Based on Scott Perry's draft 1 year ago, what is your level of confidence with that setup this year?
Well, the question says, based on Scott Perry's draft 1 year ago. That's doing a lot of heavy lifting there, and I'll answer the question as it's written. Based on Scott Perry's draft 1 year ago, I'm very confident. Scott Perry created a first-round pick for basically damn near nothing. Got, Nate Clifford, who did not even have as good a year as the second-round pick he picked in Maxime Reynaud. Right. The funny thing is, and this isn't really a popular take, I actually think Nate Clifford's ceiling's higher than Max Reynaud's. I do. Yeah. And a lot of people didn't see. There was a point, I don't know if it remained to the end of the year, but there was a point, I want to say in early April, where Nate Clifford was leading the league in steals post-All-Star break, ahead of Dyson Daniels, ahead of all those guys. It was Nate Clifford number 1, and that's in his rookie year. Now, these are both older rookies, air quotes, older rookies. Based on that, yes, he's done nothing in his other than be both. Here's my basic litmus test for a draft. This is as basic as it gets. If we redid the draft today, would the pick go higher than lower? Both of those picks. Maxime Reynaud would probably be a top 10 pick. Yeah. And Nate Clifford would probably be high teens, low 20s maybe. That's like a net movement of like 40 picks in value. Now there's a lot of noise in that, but that's my very basic litmus test. Now, I want to be careful here, though, because we also need, if we're looking at Scott Perry's draft history overall, including the Knicks, we need to bring that optimism down a little bit because his overall history is actually not that great. However, and I'll shut up after this, he's got a new scout system. It's a new franchise. It's a different situation. So maybe his scouts just sucked with the Knicks. Maybe they're great with Sacramento. I don't know. But he is 1 for 1. I would say he had and by the way, signing Dylan Cardwell, let's just look at that as a draft pick as well. Hello. Based on that in a vacuum, yes, very optimistic.
Yeah, in Sacramento you go 1 for 1, but it's what you've done elsewhere. It's also if it's not successful this year, then you're going, well, that's a missed opportunity picking higher than you did a year ago when you moved up to get do your magic to get Nick Clifford. So yeah, based on the question, I would be confident too, and I think that's look at the areas to improve your team. We always say there's like 4. One's the draft, 1 is free agency, 1 is trades, and 1 is player development. All those are going to be important to get this team better. The lottery is the one, or the draft is the one that's the most inexact. It's the one we put everyone seems to put most of their energy in and belief in.
Yes.
And we all would have wanted it.
916-520-9990, AmericanEnergy.com.
All rooted for a higher pick than they got, but 7's not disaster. It's just not what anybody was hoping for. But yeah, now it becomes, can we go next year at this time and go, at 7, they got an all rookie first teamer. That's what you hope. But that's all you're on hope right now. I mean, you look at a team like, based on what the Kings did a year ago, with 2 picks and getting Cardwell into the mix. I look at Brooklyn, 5 first-round picks, and I don't know that they got a guy in that.
That's terrible.
So, I mean, you just don't know. And Brooklyn deserves another chance at it. I'm not saying they're always going to draft terribly. People miss. Scott Perry has missed and will miss again. You just hope it's not this time.
Everybody's kind of tripping on the Jazz and us being tied, and they get number 2, right? I've been kind of waiting to hear, and I think this is true, but I could be wrong. Like, if we really want to go down that rabbit hole, though, why aren't we upset about Chicago getting number 4?
Right.
Like, shouldn't we be kind of upset about that? But probably not for the reason you think.
Okay.
Shouldn't we own that pick?
Oh, I probably. Yeah.
We're not talking about that enough.
Yeah.
How did we not get their number? How did we not get a first?
That part of the Solomons?
How did we not get their first with Levine?
Yeah.
God. Just saying, man.
It'd be great to be picking 4th and 7th.
I was just talking to somebody on the text. Well, or both.
Yeah. No, that's what I mean, 4th and
7th. 4th and, sorry.
Even losing getting 7th, but you're, the bonus of.
Now, well, how good would you feel if it was a top 4 protected pick?
That'd be brutal.
Yeah, it'd suck. You can't. You just grab a top 3 worst contract in the NBA.
Remember when Chicago was 5-0?
I do.
I think it was them, OKC, and the Spurs were the last teams to lose.
Yeah,
and it was like, Chicago picking 4th now.
Bulls didn't do that great afterwards.
No.
Yeah, I was just talking to somebody on the text line about that too. The Bulls pick. We should be more upset about that. I feel. Number 3, please.
Question 3.
Now that the lottery is in order, does any of what happened during the regular season change your opinion on the 25-26 Kings season?
I read this, and Jason, would you expand on that? Sure. I just want to make sure I understand the question.
So I think basically it's dovetailed on what I saw a lot of people on social media. If we had lost one more game, or kind of even not even a jab, but you said, they got the culture.
Yeah, culture.
So basically, off of that, we now know. Like, we didn't know before, maybe they're going to win the lottery. Well, they didn't. They're 7th. Does any of that now change the way 25-26?
I'm not. This is the "I told you so" stuff. Look, I'm just going to I'm going to remain consistent because had we, because I look. Here's the other take I'm waiting on too. Well, I've seen a little bit of it. It's like, see, tanking doesn't work. You got the number 7 pick. Great job tanking. The thing is that tanking does a lot of heavy lifting. Like, the Kings didn't tank. They were bad.
I was going to say, I didn't feel like they ever were.
They were just bad.
I think that's what Brooklyn was.
Yeah, they were just bad. They were just bad. They were trying to win. There are teams that were not trying to win. Always. The Kings were trying to win. They were just bad. So, I don't. We all want the same thing. But I will say this. This is what I said yesterday. I feel like it would be a little bit like if I told you, what's the right analogy here? Let me search.
This is going to be good.
It probably won't be. All right. I'm going to give you two choices, right? No, I can't find it. Look, let me back up. I can't find an analogy. If everyone just knew that we were going to be consistently bad for the next 3, maybe 4 years, I think it might make this a little bit easier. Just accepted it. And, had no interest in wins. If they happen, fine, whatever. But this is going to be a bad team. It's going to be a bad team, which means they're doing the right thing, that they're not taking shortcuts. Now, you could be Washington, you could be Brooklyn. Sure, you could. But I think they're kind of outliers, I think we focus way too. Somebody asked me yesterday, how long is it going to be? And I said, if the Kings do everything right, if they get rid of the money, if they make the right trades, if they draft correct, they draft the right guys and take no shortcuts. I mean, if they do everything right on the road to contending for a title, then they would probably be bad for a minimum of 2 more years. Minimum of 2 more years. And when you look at the Spurs, when you look at Detroit, when you look at Oklahoma City, when you look at, Houston, Minnesota, Atlanta, those are 6 of the top 10 teams, including the top 3 teams in the league last year. They were bad for probably, if you took I'm just doing this off the top of my head. They were under 500 for an average of 4.5 years before their jump. And it's not just an either or, because you look at their teams and those teams' success is directly related to the lottery picks that they got. Not 100%. And there's a free agent here and a trade there and whatever, Houston, Durant, whatever, Van Vliet. But these are teams that bottomed out salary-wise. I mean, really, we need to talk more about the ineptitude of the Kings and the situation they're in the following. It's not just the lottery they can't control. The lottery is the lottery. Get off of that. It's not karma. It's not rigged. It's not. It's absolutely. You can control your odds a little bit, but again, ask Indiana, ask, every other team other than the Wizards this year, blah, blah, blah. But you can't control your payroll. You can't control who comes and who goes. We aren't talking enough about the fact that the Sacramento Kings, as of right now, have the 4th highest payroll in the league next year, and a top 3, if not top 2, most immovable contract in Zach LaVine. It's important to know that and focus on that, because it's not just bad luck, which it is bad luck. They got bad luck with the lottery, sure, fine. But it's important to understand just how chronically inept that this franchise's decision makers have been to get them to this point. Oh, and by the way, they also owe their 2031 pick swap to the San Antonio Spurs, who won 62 games this year. I know that's a long way off. But for me, that's the North Star, Jason. The 2031 season is my North Star. This is 2026 right now. This is just real reality talk here, dude. Spurs and Thunder are running the show for the next 5 years, and if they don't, there's going to be a Knicks or a Celtics or a whatever that's going to fill in there. If Wemby gets hurt, fine, the Thunder will win. If Thunder in, then the Spurs. And now you got teams like the Jazz. I'm telling you, it sounds funny right now when they're whatever the hell they were. Oh, I should know this, 22-60. But I'm telling you, the Jazz are coming. They're coming. 2031. That's 5 years from now. Be bad for 5 years. Well, sorry, you're going to be. Now, you can either be really bad for 5 years, take no shortcuts, clear your payroll, or you can take no shortcuts, do the right thing. That's my opinion.
I think what I'm going to use Scott Perry's words, what he said at the his last, parting press conference, I basically said, we are not good. Do you think they're going to be a good team next year?
Who, the Kings?
Yeah.
No.
So he said, we are not going to be the kind of team that if we're not competing for a championship is going to be in the apron. So I think that's going to be he sees it. He didn't set up the entirety of this salary cap. Now some of it he's added to it, right, with DeAndre Hunter. But I think his biggest goal this offseason is to clear that as much as he can. Sure, he'd like to move Levine. I'm sure he'd like to move Sabonis. Doesn't mean it's just going to happen. So I think that's his biggest offseason goal, is to get that lower. It just has to. It doesn't make any sense to win 22 games, 28 games, 16 games, and have that kind of salary. So if he does some portion of that, they will naturally get younger via the draft. But yeah, they've got a lot of work to do. I don't think that's any mystery to anybody.
And it's not Scott Perry's fault.
Not completely, no.
I mean,
he's on it now.
All that previous stuff
right.
is what I'm saying. That's not on him.
Yeah, but even if I'm not mistaken, didn't they add more money with Hunter compared to what Schroeder and...
Yeah, they added like another year. Yeah.
But it's a wing, and I still like to see what Hunter can do. But, yeah, I think that has got to be... I mean, look, we're all, fixated on what happened yesterday. I completely get it.
Sure.
Because that's another area of hope. And it just feels like, as a Kings fan, you just got stomped on, right? I mean, you had a terrible season as far as win-loss goes. And for some, not enough because, like you said, tank. Like, I think we could do a better job personally of an investigation on the league and go, who was really tanking? Nobody really thought Sacramento was.
Sure.
There were times, though, like if I were really trying to do this in a fine-tooth comb, I'm going to go to a game April, late March, whatever, the Kings are going to Brooklyn and playing the Nets. It's like, it's probably more advantageous to lose to the Nets. DeMar DeRozan didn't play.
Right.
I think he had played all the time and all of a sudden didn't play. The Kings lost to the Nets. They did. That, just as an observation to me, I'd go, that's funny.
Yeah.
I remember the game here. I'll recite this game forever because now we know, tied with Utah, losing the coin flip, and the Jazz end up getting the second pick. The Jazz were here. Two of their best players that night that were available were Svi Mikhailuk and Kevin Love, who did not play. I think the Kings hit a free throw late to go up forward, about 11 seconds left. Will Hardy had 2 timeouts left. He's like, every coach in the history of the league would call a timeout to advance the ball to give your team a chance. He's like, just go.
Just go.
And they ran it up, made a pass, missed 3, rebound, Kings, game over. Like, they didn't try to.
No.
I mean, the players on there, if they made a 3, then maybe they fouled. Maybe something happens, but I just think you can look at situations at times and go, better than maybe what the league thought.
Absolutely. They'll never do it.
Yeah.
We'll take a break when we come back. 1-800-920-1140, 916-339-1140 is your text line. The order is set. We got mock drafts, and we'll continue on this as well with your phone calls and your texts all after this.
Listen up, Niner gang. Sactown Sports is your local home for 49ers football, and we're here to level up your game day experience. Download the Sactown Sports app and tap the contest banner on the homepage for your chance to win a pair of tickets to the 49ers home opener this season. Don't wait. Download the Sactown Sports app today. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
If you want unlimited talk, text, and data on a super fast network, Big Wireless will sell it to you right now for as little as $70 a month. Or you can buy it from Pure Talk for half of that. I'm talking about unlimited talk, text, and data for just $34.99 a month. But wait, there's more. When you switch to Pure Talk, you'll be switching to an American wireless company that's committed to keeping 100% of its customer service in this country. I appreciate that. In fact, that's why I switched. I also appreciate the way they support our vets and our skilled workforce. Dial pound 250, say micro, and get unlimited talk, text, and unlimited data for just $34.99 a month. That's pound 250 micro. Stop paying twice what you need to pay for the service you want and switch to an American wireless company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
From the people who brought you It's the Dog Park comes.
Your dog is limping, but she seems fine. Plus you've heard they can fake it just to get what they want. So what's the deal now? You're being gaslit.
Protect your dog from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance.
Oh, now she switched legs. What a diva.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Coverage subject to policy terms.
Join us at Camping World's Red, White, and New Trade Event, our biggest trade event of the year, May 14th through the 17th. Trade in your RV and get the highest value guaranteed. Then upgrade for less with new RVs starting as low as $94 a month. Plus, take 25% off select maintenance services. Save up to 40% on camp-ready must-haves. And enter to win a new RV. Don't miss the Red, White, and New Trade Event at your local Camping World, May 14th through the 17th. We'll see you there.
Is the crew on their way so we can fire up the grill?
Cabrito, arrachera. They're gonna love it.
Better go with birria and carne en su jugo. Classic Jalisco dishes with tradition.
That seasoning is great, but northern Mexican-style meat speaks for itself. Let's make both.
Deal. And to boost the flavor, ice-cold Pepsi. Its sweetness pairs perfectly.
And to go with it, flour tortillas.
And corn ones too. Hey, carne asada deserves Pepsi.
Place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Welcome back. It took 4 years of tanking for the Jazz to become an upcoming playoff team post Mitchell and Gobert. Was it worth it? Guarantee you Jazz fans would say that.
Yeah, see, but let's do this.
Yes.
Let's go back 1 year. Would they say that? So you're saying that today?
Yeah.
1 year ago, they had the worst record of the league. They
yes.
got the fifth pick. How are they feeling? You know, that the day after the lottery.
It depends on who you're talking.
I can actually. So this is like a little exercise I put. Pick a year between 2021 and 2025.
Pick a year between. Is that what you
said?
Just
pick one of those years.
2023.
2023.
Yeah.
Now, if that lottery worked out the way it did for this year's lottery, the number one pick would be the Nets.
Yeah.
Jazz would still have the number two.
Yep.
Kings would be third. Pacers would keep theirs at keep their pick and be fourth, and those Wizards would be fifth.
Oh, so it's more generous to the bottom teams.
Yeah, well, and now you're going to have these lottery rules changing, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But what's
does the pre-existing stuff count?
What do you mean?
So, like, you know how they're talking, and I don't know that they finalized anything yet, but like in their theory, you can't get the number one pick 2 years in a row. Like, could Washington win it next year, or does that start with the new?
Oh man, that'd be hilarious.
Because if it starts already, then actually some of the things will benefit the Kings.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah, no, well, of course, yeah. Well, the odds will. Doesn't mean it'll happen, but yeah,
maybe.
What's so fascinating about the Jazz, now that you pulled that out, is that they finished first in their division. They were 49-33 after a 52-20 year. That was the COVID year.
Yeah, I think that was the year they were the one seed.
Yeah. And they traded their two superstars.
Mm-hmm. And nobody can get a deal like that anymore. Everybody wants the Gobert, Mitchell, like four. Well, I guess the Bridges was the five, but that's like the last. Like Trae Young was traded for no pick. Like Luka wasn't traded for that kind of stuff.
No, that's a better deal on both players than they got for Luka.
Yeah.
They fired Quinn Snyder after him going. Quinn Snyder had gone 51-31, 48-34, 50-32, 44-28, 52-20, 49-33, and they go, all right, you're gone. Thanks, Quinn.
And what's Will Hardy done?
And Will Hardy was hired the next year. He's 4 seasons in Utah. 37-45, 31-51, 17-65, 22-60. That's the blueprint. That's the blueprint. And so when you say how would
for what?
That is the blueprint for success in the NBA now, especially for a small market team, what the Jazz are doing. Now I admittedly am taking some I'm doing some heavy lifting because the Jazz are currently right now a 22-60 team. All I would ask the audience to do is come with me on the fact that if we're being honest, I said the same thing about the Thunder, said the same thing about the Spurs, said the same thing about the Hawks. you can look at them and look at their situation. It still has to work.
Yeah.
And you can go, that's the direction I want to be in. And Danny Ainge came in and fires Quinn Snyder, an immensely successful coach for them, trades the two superstars, and is like, this is what we're going to do. This is what I did in Boston. This is what I did in Boston because I had to move from the Garnett Pierce era. I had to move to the Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown era, who, by the way, were both high lottery picks. Yeah. Remember, Boston wasn't always good. He built that title team.
So what are the 3 or 4 best players you like on Utah currently today?
I love Keontae George. I think Ace Bailey's going to be a stud. And then obviously you have Markkanen. You have Jaren Jackson Jr. would actually be number 1 for me.
Okay.
And then you have Walker Kessler.
So of those 5, 3, did they draft Walker Kessler?
They drafted Kessler.
But 2 of them they drafted, is my point. Yeah. So I know what you're saying is they kind of bottomed out via the draft, but really, like, you're talking about 2 players. What they did well is trade.
Yeah, well,
but maybe it's some of the draft.
That's
assets.
the thing, exactly. They had those assets to be able to move. And by the way, they moved the bulk of those draft assets, as Ainge did with the Celtics. They moved the bulk of those draft assets in the Jaren Jackson Jr. trade. That's what he was. And he did the same thing in Boston. I'm going to hold on. And then I'm going to grab the guy with these picks.
Now is that guy good enough?
That's, again, that I'm doing heavy lifting here. But Detroit, 20-46, 20-52, 23-59, 17-65, 14-68. That's 5 years. And then 44-38 last year, 60-22 this year.
And they drafted well.
Yeah. Man, pretty good team in the East.
Huh?
It's a pretty good team in the East.
What, 60 wins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the Pistons.
Yeah. What am I missing? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I know what he's doing.
What's he doing?
You have another good team in the East, Chris?
Celtics.
Yeah, they're good.
They're good.
Yeah. Who else?
Knicks.
They're good.
They're really good.
Don't have it yet.
I do.
What?
You got another one? Maybe is Cleveland pretty good? Or
Cleveland's really good.
Yeah. Nope.
Philly?
Over my head. Phew.
Well, we haven't named a team yet.
In the East?
Yeah.
Talking about Indiana? What do you mean? But what are we doing here?
I mean, they lost a draft pick. They were one of the worst teams in the league last year, but because Halliburton's coming back, they're going to be in the mix with those teams.
Okay. All right. Sorry. I was trying to see the connection there. It
took me a second.
It took me a while.
Maybe.
We are less than a year away from the Pacers being a quarter away from winning a championship.
Absolutely.
They get to ride on that for a little bit. They also have Kevin Pritchard, who's one of the better GMs in the league, and that is a well-run franchise. They have and by the way, we're talking about a Sacramento Kings team. Half this conversation is about finding our point guard of the future. We literally traded 2 point guards of the future that are both going to be enjoying postseason for quite a while in Halliburton and Fox.
You know what's interesting? Actually, I just thought about this because I know, what was the phrase Jalen Rose and Jacoby, said on that trade for
NBA malpractice.
Yeah. How many times have the Pacers made it with Halliburton? Once?
Yeah.
Getting all the way to the finals?
Yeah. Last year was really the big one.
Because I know the Kings made it first with Sabonis, and that's the year they were the 3 seed, and then it changed when they got Pascal Siakam, but maybe Indiana's been there twice, maybe. But I think has each organization been to the playoffs once? Obviously, they had a much better run, and they were that close to winning a title. Yeah. I'm not trying to say that's the exact same.
They were 47-35 2 years ago, even 50-32, or 3 years ago, then 50-32.
So they made it twice with Halliburton.
Yeah, they made the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, or the NBA Finals.
Yeah, and then the NBA Finals the year
they made
after.
The Eastern Conference Finals?
They did. They lost in the Eastern Conference Finals the year before. And with Indiana, for me, like they have more to work with. The reality is that if you look at that. It's not a rule necessarily. I'm just saying it's generally an average of about 3.5 years of being bad and still doing everything right.
Yeah. So would you qualify if we're doing this in the Kings' perspective? This is 1 year.
Yeah.
Would the 40-win team or no?
You know what? Honestly, I'll tell you why I'm comfortable with that because I look at the Oklahoma City Thunder and I included that. The Oklahoma City Thunder were 22-50, 24-58, and 40-42. Their first year above 5. They were 40-42 the Beam team year. That's how close that was, and now they're an absolute juggernaut dynasty in the waiting. So if you start that last year, that's why I said at minimum, if they do, unless they're like crazy lucky, which we've been talking about Kings, you're looking at a minimum. And I just don't think there's some people do. I don't think the majority of the fan base wants to embrace that we're just going to be, if we're doing everything right, we're going to be bad for another 2 years at minimum. And it sucks. We're like it's like we're children. It's the same thing when you're a kid. You're like, I want it now. Like, of course we do. Of course we do. I don't blame anybody for feeling that way, but I guess perspective allows you to go, okay, I can take another year, 2, 3, 4. I can take it, man. If I knew, and you don't know, that's the worst part, that year 5 we're contending for a title, sign me up right now. Sign me up for 4 years of this team winning no more than 25 games if basketball Jesus told me in the 5th year. I know some people are like, I'd rather just see wins and let the chips. Okay. That is okay. There's no right answer. Right. That's important. There is absolutely no right answer to that whole thing. Let's get into this. Let's get a clean slate here. Let's get into this mock draft coming up next, and we can touch on the NBA playoffs. Victor Wembanyama's in trouble. We'll see how much. We're waiting on that. As soon as we know, if we do during the show, what, if any, punishment comes down for Wembanyama, we'll let you know as well. We'll be right back after this.
Listen up, Niner gang. Sactown Sports is your local home for 49ers football, and we're here to level up your game day experience. Download the Sactown Sports app and tap the contest banner on the homepage for your chance to win a pair of tickets to the 49ers home opener this season. Don't wait. Download the Sactown Sports app today. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Join us at Camping World's Red, White, and New Trade event, our biggest trade event of the year, May 14th through the 17th. Trade in your RV and get the highest value guaranteed. Then upgrade for less with new RVs starting as low as $94 a month. Plus, take 25% off select maintenance services. Save up to 40% on camp-ready must-haves. And enter to win a new RV. Don't miss the Red, White, and New Trade event at your local Camping World, May 14th through the 17th. We'll see you there.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all of your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729. Or visit us at powercopiers.com.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. What's up? It's Matt George. What's good? It's Alan Stiles.
With the most trusted voices in the community.
This is Jason Ross.
Hey, it's Kayla Anderson.
It's Whitey Gleason.
Ready to help promote your business, both as partners and customers. All you have to do is ask. Pick up the phone, dial pound 250 and say, grow my business to get connected with a team member today. That's pound 250 and say, grow my business. Our team will review your product, quickly pair you with a perfect endorser, and create video and audio samples calls, all at no cost or obligation to you. With the most live and local on-air lineup, a dynamic content-driven website, and a state-of-the-art mobile app, Sactown Sports 1140 is tailor-made to help you connect with a sports audience in Sacramento. So why wait? Dial pound 250 today. Say, grow my business, and let us help take you to the next level.
May is here, and so is your excuse to hit the ballpark. The green and gold are bringing the energy all month long with fan-favorite bobbleheads, can't miss post-game fireworks, and a ballpark atmosphere you don't want to miss. Turn up for Sacramento Saturdays and bring the whole crew out for Stompin' Sundays, packed with kid-friendly fun, giveaways, and the opportunity for kids 14 and under to run the bases after the game. Enjoy big swings and bigger moments all May long in West Sacramento. Lock in your seats now at athletics.com/tickets.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say. He's good at what he does.
On Sactown Sports.
Welcome back. Jason, you picked, there's 900 mock drafts out there, to be clear.
And there'll be more that we'll continue to do.
Yes. Jeremy Woo of ESPN has DeBonsa going number 1, no surprise. Peterson 2, Boozer 3.
By the way, on that, does Boozer just feel like a Memphis Grizzly?
Yes. Yes, he does.
That's a good pick, I think.
Yes, he does.
On brand.
Well, and I think with all the talk this year about Memphis and players don't like Memphis and Memphis could move and, Silver saying no, but I think obviously he rigged it to give them a high pick. That's why they moved up.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Did you come up with the conspiracy theory for each?
I've tried. Okay, so Washington gets number 1 because everyone thinks the lottery's rigged because the bottom team had never won it. So now
we got to get
okay. So that's one.
Or I thought it was if you trade for Anthony Davis, you get.
That's the one. The last New Orleans traded Anthony Davis, got the number 1 pick the next year. The Mavericks traded Anthony Davis, they got the number 1 pick the next year. And then
so I know where you're going.
And then Washington, and got the number 1 pick.
I know where you're going.
Hey, let me tell you something, dude. If I thought I'd guess the number 1 pick, trade for Anthony Davis. I don't care. Let's go.
For Levine?
Yeah. Call it in, dude.
Okay.
I would honestly probably, yeah.
If that were to happen, Kings get Davis at the trade deadline. He's injured, of course.
Of course.
That's fine.
Of course. You're not trading for him to play. Chicago gets Caleb Wilson in this mock draft. Keaton Wagler to the Clippers. This is a one I haven't seen a ton of, but they have Darius Acuff Jr. going to Brooklyn at 6. Sacramento number 7. By the way, it finally came out on Twitter. So there's something that you and I've known, but we were sworn to see. The only reason we were told it by a friend of ours is because they said just let it come out on its own. So we've been sitting on it for a while, but it is interesting. There's a Kings fan / journalist / influencer, whatever, that finally put out that connected the dots and showed that Scott Perry coached Darius Acuff's dad in college for a year. That was, we were looking at that and going, now look, that doesn't mean he's going to draft Darius Acuff Jr., but I'm fairly comfortable in the prediction market, meaning of my head, that if Darius Acuff Jr. is available at 7, that's who they're going to pick.
Yeah.
For a number of reasons. But that's who they're going to pick. That's who I would bet on.
Well, and looking at this mock draft, again, this is one person and maybe things change.
Yeah.
But it just feels like if we feel safe to say that DeBonsa, Peterson, Wilson, Boozer, whatever order,
yes,
that 4 is the top 4, I feel like that next 4, so the Kings being 3rd in that, being 7th, feels like a lot of point guards. So the Kings could be looking at Flemings, Acuff, Wagler, Mikal Brown Jr. And I don't think it's not a terrible spot to be in. I think there are a lot of good players there. I just feel like those are the 4 names I'm starting to wrap myself around.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know what I'm talking about. Neither do you, neither does anybody. But based on our whatever, in the situation we're in with the 7 pick, for me, if we ended up with I would rather have Wagler or Flemings. Those are the two I'm kind of zeroed in on.
Then what's your next ranking? Acuff or Brown?
If I would. Here's the thing, man. I don't want to go too crazy on the other side with Acuff. Like I think he's going to be a really good player.
I think dynamite.
Really
I
think
really like him.
He's going to be fun. I just don't think he'd be the best player in a championship team.
Yeah, maybe.
And I think the Kings need two-way guys right now if they can. But I would probably go, Wagler, Flemings, Acuff at that spot.
Okay.
I can tell you the one thing I think is going to happen out of all the picks in the draft, probably other than some form of, the top 4. I'm fairly confident that the top 4 will be some combination of DeBonta, Peterson, Boozer, Wilson. I feel like those 4 picks are about locked. It's just a matter of what order they go in. Could be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think that Yaxel Lendenberg's going to the Thunder.
And if he does, I really like him.
I do too.
That's one of those where you go, is he that good because he's on that team? Would he be that guy if he's the guy on the Nets or the guy on the Kings? And you go, and a lot of it's environment, the spot you get put in.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I just blanked on the guy for the Thunder that had the great Mitchell.
Yes, AJ Mitchell.
Where you just go, he looks phenomenal, but he's on a great team and he's great.
Yes.
But like, if he's asked to be the dude for the Nets or for the Kings, you go,
who knows?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know how that looks.
Yeah, he might be the Thunder's new version of a James Harden type that goes somewhere else and goes crazy. But right now, Sam Presti keeps doing this.
Right.
He did it with Westbrook, Durant, Harden, and Ibaka and that whole crew. Now he's doing it even better.
Yeah.
Lendenberg, though, seems like Lendenberg might arguably be he's not the best. He might be the most plug-and-play guy in the draft.
Yeah.
Like the guy that's he's ready now to go in and do his thing more than maybe anyone.
Yeah.
Ceiling not as high.
If you're Washington and now that you have won and you've done the AD and the Trae Young trade.
Yeah.
With the young guys you've already had. I mean, and there's a couple of reports like, the Wizards would be willing to move down. And you're going, wait, what? But I think that's the point. I don't think there's a huge separation in a lot of the players in the top part of the draft. Yeah. And so, I mean, or even let's forget the Wizards. Let's go back to the Kings. I'm not interested today in really trading that pick. But if Scott Perry got a call,
depending on who
teams that wanted to get into that number 7 range, you go, we'll go back to 13 if there's.
Sure.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just throwing
something crazy. I think they can still get the value.
Yeah.
Pick up maybe another future first.
Take on one of your bigger, older players.
Maybe it helps get Levine going.
Yeah.
I don't know what the Wizards are doing, dude, but I'm so glad we're not them.
Why? You don't want the number 1?
I'd be fine with the number 1, but I don't get the Trae Young, Anthony Davis thing. Alex Sarr is quietly looking like he's going to be a very good player and is still very, very young. I don't know what Bilal Coulibaly is going to be, but I know he's not a bust right now. Very young. I like Keyshawn George, very young. I don't know what they're doing. You plug in a DeBonta or a Peterson or a Boozer.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice little young core that they got going. Yeah. And then they've got like almost $100 million committed to Trae Young and Anthony Davis. I don't get that part. And I don't know if they can move them or not, but I don't know what the hell. The Wizards look to me like a team that is doing what I wouldn't want the Kings to be doing, which they're being bad consistently, but also it looks like Trae Young and Anthony Davis look like shortcuts to me. Mm-hmm. I don't like that. Just dude, bottom out, grab DeBonta, I don't even know if they can move either of those guys now. It's kind of like a Kings situation. From the chat line, somebody said something. I got to scroll up that normally would trigger me, but I think it's important to understand the difference in how we all thing. I forget who it was, but somebody said Levine. Levine and Acuff playing together could be fun. Now, I would rather, honestly, if you gave me a choice, I would rather have a paper cut on my eyeball than have that on this team.
I don't believe that.
If it meant that we would draft somebody else and we could move Levine's contract, but I had to get a paper cut on the eyeball, as long as it could heal.
Why would you pick that?
Well, I don't, because it sounds terrible.
It does.
But as long as it didn't give me permanent damage, I would do it.
Yeah.
I would do it on the air.
You could do that for 1 year. That's all it would be, right? You're not extending.
It's such empty calories, dude. But my point was, this person's right. They're right, though.
Yeah.
From that point of view, they're right. I want to go to a game. I want to see some fun stuff. I want to see this team win a few games, and I want to see some highlights.
Yeah.
Like, that's going to happen with those two.
What if, I'm going to give you again, we don't know.
Yes.
I'm going to give you a scenario. What if Acuff was similar, nobody's the same player, but similar to what the Kings got out of Jason Williams? 7th pick. And what my point is, you've famously on here said you're worried about Acuff like in 2030.
Yeah.
Because, they'd have to extend him, and he is a one-way player, blah, blah, blah. Well, Jay Will was here 3 years, and they moved on from him. He had 3 great years.
Yeah.
Exciting, helped put the team on the map, and they got Mike Bibby out of it. What if they did something like that? Got a better player. Got the excitement of a young rookie that lit the league up, and then...
I don't like what you're doing here.
You don't like what I'm doing?
Don't do that to me, man. Do not do the Acuff Williams thing, because it's.
Let's line you.
You're
Let's
gonna
get that
me.
paper cut.
You're
Let's
gonna
get that
You're
paper
gonna
cut.
get me thinking. You're gonna get me thinking that way now. Well,
Well, I think you have not.
Acuff could come in, set the world on fire. Then
let's not even do that. But like, you also, if Acuff is good, you think he's going to be good offensively.
I very much do.
You're worried about his defense. Totally fair.
Yes.
He's still an asset to me.
Yes.
At that point.
Yes.
Like, if this guy comes in and is scoring a bunch, you're like, man, he's a rookie. He gets, like, I'm looking at Harper last night for the Spurs. I'm going, man, he is making tough shots, tough plays as a rookie. You go, what if you had a player like that? And then, I mean, we all look at the Spurs right now and go, I love that they have Castle and Fox and Harper. That's not going to be their long-term plan. They're going to move someone there. So I think you just want to keep building assets. And if he's a part of the asset that you go forward with, great. Or whoever pick 7 is. But I think you have to look at it that way.
Is it sad that as I was one of the, I have depression thoughts and then I have coping thoughts.
Uh-huh.
One of my coping thoughts is that it's actually kind of fortunate the Kings are picking 7 and not like 6 or 5 or whatever, like they're picking where they're picking, because it's probably a good shot that Acuff won't be there.
I believe that.
I think it's 60-40 he will not be there at 7. By the way, let me put it this way. I could see Acuff moving up to 4 or 5, maybe not 4.
I could.
But, well, it's just who the hell's falling out? Are you going to go ahead of Wilson?
Maybe. Peterson? Maybe.
Maybe. But I could see that happening before I could probably see him falling to 7, 8, 9. We'll see. We'll take a break. When we come back, halfway through the program, we still haven't even gotten to the NBA playoffs yet. We got more draft lottery talk overall as well. Your phone calls at 1-800-920-1140 and then 916-339-1140 is your text line. We'll be right back after this.
Listen up, Niner gang. Sactown Sports is your local home for 49ers football, and we're here to level up your game day experience. Download the Sactown Sports app and tap the contest banner on the homepage for your chance to win a pair of tickets to the 49ers home opener this season. Don't wait. Download the Sactown Sports app today. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger, Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Join us at Camping World's Red, White, and New Trade event, our biggest trade event of the year, May 14th through the 17th. Trade in your RV and get the highest value guaranteed. Then upgrade for less with new RVs starting as low as $94 a month. Plus, take 25% off select maintenance services. Save up to 40% on camp-ready must-haves. And enter to win a new RV. Don't miss the Red, White, and New Trade event at your local Camping World, May 14th through the 17th. We'll see you there.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
Did you try my Colombian tamales? They're delicious.
Yes, but the Mexican tamales I brought are better.
Colombian tamales wrapped in plantain leaves are unmatched, you know.
But the Mexican tamales wrapped in corn husks are the authentic ones.
At least we can agree that they taste better with Pepsi.
Without a doubt. Can you pass me a straw?
You mean a pitillo.
Tamales deserve Pepsi.
When a person is seriously injured, there's no substitute for the personal legal relationship offered by the local NorCal firm of Ashton and Price. From the first attorney meeting, every important decision is made with a direct consultation with, and I can't believe I have to say this, a real, live, experienced, flesh and blood local attorney. It's called Home Court Advantage for a reason. Ashton and Price, serious local attorneys for serious people with serious injuries with no fee until we win. For the best local advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
No way. Gas prices shot up again.
I know, but I got us covered.
So generous. What's your deal?
What's my deal? I went to Metro and saved. Got 4 lines for just $25 each and 4 free new Samsung Galaxy A17 5G phones, and all on the T-Mobile network.
How about we go to Metro today?
Get that more for your money feeling. Visit your Metro by T-Mobile store. Just bring your numbers. Not available if you've been with Metro or T-Mobile in the past 180 days.
KHD HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then
boom, with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Did you see that Vlade Divac, DeMarcus Cousins, and Isaiah Thomas, not that one, but the old one, are in India right now?
I saw that Vlade was. I didn't see the other guy.
Yeah, DeMarcus and Isaiah Thomas. They're doing some, I honestly don't know, some India exposition.
Vlade and DeMarcus are together?
Yeah.
Ish.
Ask me that off the air. That was apparently good.
Good.
Hey, really good. Maybe a surprise.
Old times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, old times. Yeah. Lottery talk. We're all kind of, we're all just kind of doing our, not coping, but, we're all in this together. Just, okay, look, the Kings suck. Their luck sucks. Their history sucks. It sucks. They're in a really bad spot right now. Also, yesterday could be the greatest day in franchise history. It could be.
How so?
Because they got the 7 pick and they picked Giannis Antetokounmpo Jr., and they lead them to a championship in 6 years.
This pick could be the one.
This could be the one. You have to allow for that. Now, I'm not saying...
How did the other 6 teams miss on this guy?
Right? I mean, we don't have to go that far back. Now, for every good, there's a bad, because I can say, well, we were at number 12. We got Tyrese Halliburton.
Right.
That was pretty good. That just happened to us,
Yeah.
and it happened recently. Well, we traded him away, but still
had him.
I think what really, I'll say this again, what really scares me is, regardless of who, let's say Acuff, the guy that I'm not really high. Let's just say they trot out old D Cuff next year. Certainly not Handcuff, because that is not his calling card, his defense. And you trot out next year a healthy version of Darius Acuff. By the way, he'd be healthy. I'm saying of Zach LaVine at the 2. DeMar at the 3, Keegan at the 4, Sabonis at the 5, okay, with Westbrook, Monk, and Carter on the bench, Neat Clifford, DeAndre Hunter, Precious Achiuwa, and Dylan Cardwell. On paper and with health, the delta between the bottom and the top for that team is actually kind of insane. Now, the bottom is, I think, what we got last year. That's probably around the bottom. But I don't even know what the ceiling is for that. I think I know what the ceiling is for that team. A high-scoring, flashy at times, highlight reel occasionally, fun, mid to high 40s team.
That can't be the team. That's too confusing of a team.
It is.
It doesn't clear cap. It doesn't clear avenues for younger players. That's a messy team.
It is.
Which is what this year was. Now, this year, in fairness, didn't have the health. I'll give them that. But it still was a messy team. We knew from the beginning with the health, we're like, this is a weird roster.
Yes.
Then the roster got more stranger along the way because of opportunities for younger players that we started to see blossom a little bit. But I know what your point being is, like, that's not a terrible sounding roster to me, but that's just Acuff with last year's team.
Yeah. That's Acuff with last year's team healthy.
Correct. And that's an important piece.
It is.
I don't want to trivialize.
Yeah, that could be their biggest offseason acquisition when it comes to wins and losses is health.
Because I know and I'll speak for a lot of Kings fans, and maybe I shouldn't speak for all of them, but I think there's a lot of people that are down on LaVine, Sabonis, Westbrook, that group. And it's like, Sabonis is really, really good.
Yeah.
I also still think they should try to move him.
Yes.
DeMar DeRozan was terrific this year.
Yes.
I think it would be in their best interest to try to,
yes.
Or if you moved LaVine and Sabonis, let's say,
yeah.
I'm cool with keeping DeRozan.
Yeah.
Totally cool with that. You can keep some of it. You just can't keep all of it. And let's see what Hunter is. Let's see what another full year of Keegan Murray is. Or, if they're involved in those things, I don't think there's no one on this roster that I would say you can't move. I mean, they don't have that guy.
What did I see? Somebody said, hey, I'd be willing to trade Keegan Murray to get into the top 4. Okay. But when you look at, let me scroll to they're currently the 8th highest payroll in the league, the Sacramento Kings.
That jumps to 4th, right?
Yeah. So.
Which the 7th pick will be pricey. Not crazy, but pricey.
LaVine, DeRozan, Hunter are all going to be.
They're in the final year.
In their final year.
And remember, DeRozan, it's very light. Like, what is it, $10 million guaranteed?
Yeah. So here is, now, again, this is for everybody who says I'm too negative and downer and all that, which I like to call correct. But there's a little tiny, like, whirring in my brain in the back. That's like, well, hold on a second. Okay, so they draft Darius Acuff, and he ends up being in running for rookie of the year. Like, he just comes out and he's averaging 20. So, which, by the way, is not.
Let's say 25 and 5.
Oh, 25 and 5. Nah, that hasn't happened since LeBron James. Oh yeah, that's right. You got Zach LaVine in a contract year. You got DeMar DeRozan in a contract year. You've got DeAndre Hunter in a contract year. Keegan Murray finally takes the leap and adds 3-point shooting. Domantas Sabonis has had a whole year to read how the Athletic thinks he's overrated and is done. And, oh, by the way, was the 3-time defending rebounding champion. Let's say Precious Achiuwa re-signs, continue. I mean, there's a guy that had 30 and 40-point games this year. Maxime Reynaud, did he have a 40? 30s. Sorry. Okay, I was getting a little too carried away.
Sorry. He thanks you.
Maxime Reynaud takes another leap. Nate Clifford becomes a defensive Swiss Army knife to go with Hunter and Keegan, and now you have these small to big wings rotating in and out. Doug Christie develops as a coach, and like
Monk returns to 6th man of the year form.
100%. Like, dude, there is a world in which that team is a really fun, competitive team next year, and actually doesn't make the play-in, makes the playoffs. That there's a world where that exists. If you really want to put on your purple hat and glasses, and not a world in the sense of like, well, what if Keegan Murray becomes Shai Gilgeous? It's not that unfathomable. It's actually more about. I'd be more concerned about fit and chemistry than I would about individual talent leaps.
Isn't that the Beam Team year? I
Yeah.
mean, like Fox, I mean, would be the different player.
Yes.
But Monk had a great year. Sabonis had a great year.
Yes.
Herder was good. Like, it's Barnes. It's placing all that. That went right in 1 year.
Last time I checked, what the hell were the
Stayed healthy.
Yeah, well, that was we talked about that
wins.
during that year. That was the big thing.
Yeah, they won 48 and were the 3 seed. The very next year they won 46 and they were 9th. So it's just a different outlook. There were guys that were hurt. They took advantage of that. A lot of other teams were hurt that year, and they were not.
No.
But last year they were injured a lot. But they have some older players. I just think they really got to address that salary. I know they want to. I know it's now been sprinkled out a little bit more. I don't think it'll happen, but I mean, what if Zach opted out? That's a big game changer.
You know, he apparently put his house up for sale in L.A. Let's buy it. Okay, somebody actually had that thought. You can't do that, but somebody actually had that thought. They said, here's where this is not going to happen.
Come on.
I want to be very clear. This is something that somebody said on the internet, which I found
well, then that's real.
Funny.
Oh.
It's not going to happen because what I don't want is somebody to come back and be like, Carmichael Dave insinuated that this game. No. They're like, dude, one of the Kings shell companies in my area should do a backroom deal where they buy Zach's house in exchange for him opting out.
All right, digital team, cut that up.
Thank you. I was like, and for about 20 seconds, I was like,
Hey, what was the stock you talked about earlier?
Could you imagine the NBA being like a front?
Right? Like
Me, you, and Chris buy it.
Zach put his house on the market for whatever, $20 million. It was something like $10 million.
Pablo Torre in 3 years. Whoa.
We do the show from there.
Yes.
It had a putting green.
Move
a couple pools.
The studios there.
Yeah.
Oh, we know why you'd want to go there.
Why is that, Chris?
Dave loves L.A. Dave loves it. Oh, yeah. I'm going this
Closer
weekend.
to your daughter.
I'll be there this weekend.
You're going this weekend.
Dave loves L.A.
Yeah.
Dave loves it in L.A. this weekend.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to pull the ultimate dad move, too, because we have to leave Saturday morning. We're leaving at like 7 a.m. to go down there. We're supposed to stay at my sister's house that night and come back Sunday. I think I might just pull the dad move. Drive down there, get her, have dinner, and then, you know what? Why don't we just leave now? And then everybody sleeps while I drive back we get back at like 2 a.m. But then it's so good the next day when you don't have to drive all the way back and then go to work the following day. Yeah. Anyway, I'll check out that house while we're down there. And by the way, if anybody wants to make, you know what? The Kings can't do it, obviously. But if somebody here locally it's a nice house. Say, hey, Zach, what's on the market for $30 million? We'll pay it. We'll give you over market price.
Just to opt out.
You opt out. You opt out, we'll buy it. We'll buy it for over market price. I don't know.
Downsizing?
Yeah, he's getting ready. Knows that that house is badass, though, dude.
It
My
is. I saw it.
God.
I actually saw the pictures of it.
So great. So Washington becomes the first team with the worst record to get number one since the odds flattened.
Now we can check that box. It's happened.
That has happened. And now we take a look at the big winners. Obviously, Washington.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, they had a good day.
Washington had a great day.
I think Utah.
Utah had a great day. Memphis, great day. Chicago, great day. As a matter of fact,
blessed be my bulls. Me, the Chicago Pope.
Every time the Pope has been poping, they've had a top 4 pick.
How about that?
How about that?
I think the Clippers had a good day.
Clippers had a great day.
Yeah,
the Nets.
Nets, not so much.
Did not have a great day.
Kings, not so much.
I mean,
Pacers. I think Pacers had a terrible day.
Pacers had the worst day. Hawks. I mean, the fact that they had that pick from New Orleans.
Yeah. What are they?
8.
8, okay.
Yeah.
Get a good player.
Yeah. Well, they'll get a Trae Young replacement now, really. Dallas follows up Cooper Flagg now with the number 9 pick. Will the number 10 pick that Milwaukee has be enough to satiate Giannis Antetokounmpo?
Yeah.
Doubt it. Boy, would the conspiracy theories have gone crazy had the Warriors done something. Because we haven't even mentioned this. Steve Kerr re-signing for 2 years. That's $17 million a year. And I was like, dude, oh my God, if they move up.
Chris, what did you tell me earlier today?
If this year's lottery worked out the same as last year's lottery, the number 1 pick would be the Warriors, the number 2 pick would be the Mavs, the number 3 pick would be the Kings.
Good. Let me ask you this. Would you take that? Kings get the 3, but the Warriors get 1.
Also, the Pacers lose their pick.
Chris is really into that.
I don't think the Thunder just winners anyways.
I still pick 12.
You're freaking
7-0.
You're 7-0 in the playoffs.
The Lakers tonight, right?
Yeah, and you're going to get a plug and play guy.
Yeah,
probably in Lindenberg.
And just the luxury they could have. It's like they might win the championship again.
Yeah,
they might be able to say, you know what, we've got the 12th pick, and I don't know, Luguentz Dort, AJ Mitchell, and something else. What Washington, can they get us number 1? I mean, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of what they could do to. You just go, man.
I mean, I like the idea of them grabbing a plug and play guy, who by the way is also going to be on a low salary for 5 years.
Right.
That we have to allow that to compare.
Paid, yeah.
But also, couldn't you just look? If I am Sam Presti, the first phone call I'm making, number 1, is to Scott Perry. And I'm saying, hey,
what's going on?
I'll give you this 12th pick for your 27 and 29 firsts, top 3 protected.
For what pick?
For the 12. You get 2 foundational pieces right now in this incredibly deep draft, and then just keep moving it down the line. Just keep moving it down the line.
Would you do this one if you're Presti? Call Washington. Say, we'll give you Jay Williams, that Jay one, the All-Star one, the one that's been out, that's going to get paid a bunch.
Yeah.
And the 12.
For 1.
I don't love moving all-stars, but you clear about $40 million.
Yeah.
You get the number 1 pick. If you just win a championship and he hasn't really been around, I mean, again, he's a great player.
Yeah.
It just kind of does that keep the train moving at a longer rate?
I think on the surface, actually, I my first inclination was like, I actually really like that move. Washington gets a very young all-star player, and they get the 12th pick. And
I'm sure they'd have to get something back.
Sure. But
Anthony Davis.
Right? And so OKC can win it next year.
But then you're taking DeBonsa or Boozer or Peterson.
Here's the reason why I and you can't give that answer, because there's something else that Presti's really, really good at, and there's no way for us to know. I don't know how much. I know what Jalen Williams means to this team statistically. I don't know what he means chemistry-wise. And
they seem like a great chemistry
They
team.
do. They really do. And if it's one of those where, like, they're all – but it doesn't – it's show business, not show friends. I understand. But you're talking about an all-star. And on top of that, if he's, like, best friends with everyone and they all, are playing video games every Saturday at his house, whatever. You never know what it is. You don't want to mess with that juju.
Especially when you're winning, like you win another title. But I would say, like, I can remember this, and Doug shared this, like, it was not a popular trade amongst the Kings when they traded Jason Williams.
No.
And then it was, Doug would say, it took a couple practices to see Mike Bibby. You're like, yep, I get it. But they all love Jay Will.
Yeah, they absolutely did. And
I mean, what a spot to be in if you're OKC.
OKC's in that.
At the worst thing, you know what we're going to do? We're going to just take the 12th pick.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing.
That's it. The worst thing they've got is probable plug and play.
Cap issues is really the only thing I could see for them in the future.
Dave, you don't really like Acuff, the Acuff-Levine backcourt. What about if Wagler slips or we took Burries and we put him and then traded for Ja Morant? No. God, stop. I was with you
that was an on-air vomit.
God, just knock it. I need a wash. Yeah. Good morning, Mitch.
Good morning, Dave, Jason.
What's up, Mitch?
Chris, thanks for taking my call.
Yeah.
How you guys doing? The luck of the Kings. We should sue. Is there any way Kings can sue the NBA? They've never had the first pick in the draft.
Here we sue?
Well, they had it in they had it with Purvis Ellison in 86, was it? 87, whatever. But
89.
they had it once before. But
yeah,
you're the second person. AC earlier wanted to sue the NBA. So we got a lot of litigation going on here in the capital city.
It seems we can't handle the pressure when we're picking 1 and 2. See Marvin Bagley and, of course, Arizona. You see what DeAndre Ayton's turned out to be. He's just a little better than Bagley. He's not doing much. You never know he gets the guy. And how did Arizona, how does Oklahoma have 2 first-round picks in the top 12 and I think 16? I would love to see the Kings take Burris or even the Michigan guy, Giannis Lindenberg.
Wait, hold on. Hold on, I didn't hear you. Who's the guy you like from Michigan?
The center. I know him. He's 6'9".
What's his name?
Yaxel.
Yeah.
Lindenberg.
Yes. Okay, got it.
Yeah, I didn't hear it right.
I didn't hear it right either.
He's from my mother-in-law's town in Puerto Rico. That's right. But I think would the Oklahoma do this? How about the Kings give up the 7th and we take the Oklahoma's 2 first-round picks? And I still think we have to get about. We trade for guys and then you get tired of them in a year or two. You realize it was a mistake. We didn't get much for Fox and Hallenberg. You pick. Now we want point guards, and you had 2 good point guards in the last 5 years. I know I'm rehashing old history here, but we stay where we are. I think I'd rather have Burris from Arizona, Wildcat. He's a little taller. Let's try to go 6'4" and up, because it looks like that card has come back to bite us too. That card draft 2 years ago.
Yeah, could have had other people.
Yeah.
Actually, I did not have him getting Axel Lindenberg right.
And a lawsuit.
It's the second.
Who do we sue?
Silver?
The NBA?
What is somebody saying there?
Sacramento versus the NBA.
It's deep ping pong ball at it again.
Yeah.
Let's sue.
Yes. What's your case on?
We're terrible. We make poor decisions.
So you're suing us, the league?
There is a lawsuit.
What do you mean? From Ralph Nader still from 2002?
It wouldn't be against the NBA, but there's the thing is you're not gonna T-Wolves even their series at 2 apiece.
Feisty.
Did
they get the call right with Wemby?
Yes.
I thought so.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
I don't think he's he hasn't been a player that's had that kind of thing happen, but he did it.
He did it.
Yeah.
And
it takes guts to throw him out.
You had to, though.
Yeah.
You had to throw him out.
I have to say, of the 4 series, though, I feel like that one's football. Like some of the just physicality that they're putting on the ball is crazy. And you're just going, all right, this is definitely, I know playoffs are different. Like, it's completely different. I mean, they are just wrestling, grabbing, bumping, pushing, like, no calls. And it's like, all right, it's just leading to more of this, which is fine, 2-2. It's a fun series.
Do you remember this?
Yes.
That's Ron Artest. I'm showing Jason Ron Artest elbowing James Harden after pounding his chest. And then just going, it's so not funny, but it's just.
It is funny.
It's
not even in context.
Not even in, just absolutely. By the way, Harden had a mohawk then. I forgot about that. Ron Artest got 7 games suspended, including, I think, 2 or 3 in the playoffs.
But
now,
I don't feel they're the same.
No. They're not. First off, Artest was even more egregious, number one.
He doesn't have the ball. There's no reason to throw the elbow.
Number 2, Artest had a whole history. This is really Wemby's first offense.
My favorite part of it is how he tried to make it look unintentional, which made it even more intentional.
Yeah.
And remember when Draymond did the stomp on Sabonis, he did get another game.
Here's the thing, though. Like, you want to talk about, like, conspiracies and rigged. I'm not into conspiracies and rigged and all that kind of stuff, right?
But
if they don't suspend Wembanyama for at least 1 game, that's ridiculous to me. It's insane. When
you think he should be suspended for a game?
At minimum.
Okay.
Let me put it this way. I think if that's Champagne, he's suspended for 3.
Really?
Yes, it is a full-on. Look at the GIF. It is a full-on elbow to the throat that was malicious and intentional. First off, I don't want to be a Karen here, but the dude's 7'4", he's huge, and when you look at where that elbow,
the elbow didn't go over his head.
That's right. Look at where the elbow landed. He elbowed him in the throat. That is not, and it wasn't like here's my elbow. It was a full-on elbow to dude's throat. That, first off, that's dangerous, but let's calm down. Fine. I'm saying law is based on precedent, okay? In the real world, now it could be overturned and this and that, whatever. You look at precedent. Precedent would tell you, and I'm incredibly confident, that if this was a bench player, if this was, even a 4th or 5th man, it's a minimum 1 to 2 game. I understand the playoffs are different, but it's still a minimum 1 to 2 game suspension. This dude, I'm a Wemby guy. I love what the Spurs are. This isn't personal. I'm just calling balls and strikes, man. He looked wound up, elbows him full force in the throat, and the GIF we're actually looking at, his teammate is looking like, oh my God. If they don't suspend him, it's kind of silly. You don't think he should be suspended? What if that happened? What if that happens in the regular season? What if that's another player? What if it's Julian Champagne?
I think they just get tossed out of the game they're in. Wow. I think.
The thing is, you're probably right. I acknowledge that. An elbow to the by the way, not he was coming off a rebound, right. Not he turned around and had the elbows out Mutombo style. Dude, he looked at him and said, woo.
There was one more difference of that Artest foul. Huh. That was during the David Stern years.
That is very true. I will put it this way also. If that was DeMarcus Cousins, he would have been sent to Taiwan. It wouldn't even be a suspension. He would just be playing in Taiwan.
Well, is that more of the Artest?
Yes.
The precedent. Yes. Wemby doesn't have this precedent, but all flagrant 2s get reviewed, so they're going to look at it and see whether or not, besides the fine.
Draymond Green it was controversial that he was only suspended a game for booting.
It's Draymond Green.
It is Draymond Green, but that was like a out kick to the nutskis. This is an elbow to the throat. I want the Spurs to win. I'm
Yeah.
But, dude, come on, man. But he's going to get the face of the front. It's going to be like a $75,000 fine, and he has to write like 900 times, I will not elbow people in the throat. And then he has to do like a thing.
Then we can get Draymond complaining about it later. If it was me,
that is no matter what happens, that will be.
If it's one game, I would have got 7.
And if it's 7, I would have gotten 4. That's 100% happening. We have some good Draymond audio we haven't gotten to yet either. Maybe we will.
So much show today.
You know what? Can we save some of this show for later?
We can.
The summer.
Tomorrow. No.
Or okay. Well, all right. We'll take a break when we come back. We'll clean some stuff up. Yeah, we'll do that, man.
Listen up, Niner gang. Sactown Sports is your local home for 49ers football, and we're here to level up your game day experience. Download the Sactown Sports app and tap the contest banner on the homepage for your chance to win a pair of tickets to the 49ers home opener this season. Don't wait. Download the Sactown Sports app today. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
With so many newsletters, blogs, podcasts, and such about the game of golf, I appreciate the listen here at Golf to Go. But here's one I look forward to in my inbox. It's called Power Fades and written by a fellow New Englander named Jim McCabe. He covered the game for the Boston Globe for 23 years, going on to cover the PGA Tour for Golf Week magazine, followed by a position with the PGA Tour as Senior Manager of Communications. Since 2021, he has self-published his digital golf newsletter called Power Fades. McCabe says he has a passion for playing golf that is surpassed only by his passion for writing about people who have a passion for playing golf. I open his newsletter with a smile on my face, knowing I'll encounter another's highs and sometimes lows as McCabe writes with great sentiment about regular people's regular lives and their place in the game. And his front 9 musings add humorous reflections to this tidy package. Visit powerfades.com now and thank me later. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
There are many reasons to choose Gonzalez Law Offices. As a dedicated trial lawyer with an undefeated record from 2016 through 2019, and you'll know that no case is too big or too small. Due to his success, hard work, and commitment to excellence, attorney Jonathan Gonzalez has been listed in Super Lawyers Rising Stars, as well as in the top 40 under 40 list by national trial lawyers. You can find Gonzalez Law Office online at saclegaldefense.com or call him at 916-304-9187.
This Home Improvement Month tip is brought to you by Bonnie, leading the way home. Test your smoke and carbon monoxide detectors monthly to keep your family safe.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140
on Sactown Sports.
$44-1140 is your text line.
What are they saying over there?
From the 530, Danny in Chula Vista says,
Danny.
Silver doesn't have the stones to suspend Wemby. I agree it should be at least a game. Yeah. From the 916 flagrant 2. What's that mean? I'm ejected? Yeah.
That's what Wemby said.
Yeah. Hello to everybody on the YouTube chat.
What are they saying? They have their own conversation.
They should fine Wemby $500K like they did to the Jazz for tanking. Someone without a history, they usually give the benefit of the doubt. But that's the thing, and that's from Aaron, and I agree with him. There's no doubt. What's the benefit of doubt? That means that's like if, okay, benefit of the doubt is Draymond Green stomping on Sabonis. Well, Sabonis kind of had his thing, and he's never had, he had his ankle, and Green's never really had a history, and, he apologized to me. Like, that's when we get in a benefit of the doubt conversation. Go look at the elbow, dude. I'm a Wemby fan. I like what the Spurs are doing. I keep saying this because I'm going against my own damn bias. But you got to call balls. I got to call balls and strikes. I mean, at least I think I am. That was a premeditated wind-up elbow to a man's throat.
Yeah.
He could have collapsed his windpipe.
And the reason for suspensions, basically, or fine, is to deter them from happening again.
Yeah, dude.
So if he doesn't get suspended, I don't think he's going to have the history of doing this more. But until it starts, I didn't know that Draymond Green would do this. Now we all know what he's been like. Or DeMarc, just like the players that get the reputation. It's like, well, the first time happened somewhere.
Well, and who was it on the post game? I forget who it was. If somebody remembers, tell me, because I want to give them credit. But I thought they said it really well, that if there is some sort of whether there's a suspension or let's say Minnesota wins in 7, whatever. Because San Antonio looked like they were. I think San Antonio is going to win this game with Wemby. I don't think I'm going out on a limb there. This is one of those things that Wemby's it's going to be a long offseason. This is really the first immaturity we've ever seen out of him. Now, there's a famous story that has become kind of a legend / anecdote that who knows how accurate it is, but I think the basics of it are accurate. But when Bill Russell came into the league, Bill Russell was getting elbowed and dirty played all the time because they couldn't guard him. And Bill was not, he was a monster on the court, but he was not an aggressive, angry dude, at least not then. And Red Auerbach famously told him once, dude, wait till you're on national TV. I know you don't want to throw an elbow, but you got to throw an elbow. Wait till you're on national TV, throw the elbow, and you'll never have to throw one again. And I forget, it was some, bruiser or some guy that he threw the elbow against. I'm probably screwing half this story up, but throws an elbow against the guy, knocks him out on the court, and just kind of sent a message. Now, I'm not immune to the idea that Wemby in his mind at the time was maybe sending a message, but I also don't want to give him the credit of thinking that it was that premeditated. I think it's the first real sign of playoff immaturity we've seen from Wemby so far. He's had for his rookie year in the playoffs, meaning the first time he's ever been in the playoffs, he's done about as well as anybody in NBA history in the playoffs this year. That's really the first time, with him coming in, seemingly level-headed dude, still is. I mean, it seems like a great guy, future face of the league, went and trained as a monk in the offseason, like all the stuff he's doing, right? That's the first time where I think we've looked at him under the lights and gone, oh, you just screwed yourself, your team, you did something that was terrible for everyone, and now it's just a matter of how terrible. And is the NBA going to actually make him pay for it?
Does any of it, because it happened early enough in the game that he missed a chunk of the game, make a difference? Or you're still thinking, he needs to miss another game?
I think it might make...
Like if he got thrown out with 10 seconds left is different than in the first half.
I don't think ultimately. I think the NBA and the conversation they're having right now, or they've already had, are like, okay, look, we have a big picture to think of. We have a small picture to think of. Here's the big picture. We don't want this to decide how this playoff series ends. We don't want to decide with discipline.
Well, then you don't suspend.
Well,
but you can't do it that way, right?
But here's the thing: it's 2-2.
Right.
It's not 3-1.
No.
Timberwolves. I think that helps a little bit.
It does, but they are different without him. Doesn't mean they can't win without him. They've shown that they can win without him. But if they lost Game 5, let's say, and he's suspended, it's 3-2 going back to Minnesota. Now Minnesota's won 2 in a row and has. A chance, maybe a good chance to end it at home. Yeah. And it does feel like, well, one, you knocked him out of a game, but also I would put the fault on Wemby. It's not like the league just said, hey, we're taking you away randomly. It's because there was an act there. But you would have lost 2 games basically without him.
Yeah.
Half of the series losses.
I don't think they're going to suspend.
Okay.
But I do think it's kind of hinky if they don't.
Yeah.
Because I think ultimately that's the thing. They don't, and they also know.
They're going to hear it either way, right? You suspend them, you're like, how are you dictating this? You don't suspend them. Oh, you're taking care of, one of your golden childs of the league.
That's, if I'm Adam Silver, if I'm.
Does it James Jones?
James Jones, thank you. I suspend him a game and I fine him $50,000. That's what I would do, and it wouldn't be easy.
No.
That's the decision, but it's like Saturday night. Sean Strickland versus Khamzat Chimaev. Great, fun fight. Fun UFC fights, including the co-main event. In the end, I had it 48-47 Strickland. And that's the card, and that's what won. 2 of the judges had it that way, too. But had another judge scored at 48-47 for Chimaev, I'd have been like, I see it. It's not a robbery. It's kind of the same thing I feel here. If that's what they do, I get it. But also the NBA knows that because LeBron James is about to be out of the playoffs, Victor Wembanyama it doesn't matter that he's in San Antonio. Victor Wembanyama is good ratings for those guys too. They need Victor Wembanyama. Not everybody, T-Wolves fans and a few others, but the NBA zeitgeist wants Thunder versus Spurs. I think a majority, I would say, maybe not a vast, but a majority of NBA fans believe that the Thunder Spurs is probably your NBA Finals. Whoever wins that series is going to, beat whoever in the East. And if the East does win, it might be because they took too much out of each other in the Western Conference Finals. So taking Wemby out, no disrespect to Minnesota, but they're just not going to. I think Minnesota has absolutely nothing for them. I don't know if anybody has anything for the Thunder. But let's put it this way.
Lakers don't.
They don't. Yeah. Oh, my goodness gracious. I go back to LeBron James. I think he knew after game one. If he didn't know before, this is
an uphill battle. And I think they played better in games 1 and game 2. I thought the Lakers did really well, but it doesn't matter if you're not coming out with a win. It's like, man, we played these guys tough.
Yeah.
You did. You still lost by
you did.
a comfortable margin.
We got our guy in here. I haven't seen it much today, but I see the ripping of De'Aaron Fox for yesterday. Yeah.
Okay.
Did not shoot well.
Yeah.
We'll see what Matt says.
I wonder if Matt's going to.
Isn't that the problem, though, with Fox that we had for a lot of his time here? He'd have this monster game.
Yeah.
Then he'd kind of be
the inconsistency.
Yeah.
The difference in San Antonio, though, is he's got two other badasses.
He's fine being inconsistent.
Yeah.
They don't need to lean on him being consistent every night.
But we're also talking about a guy, he was pretty consistent, 2 years running in the clutch, right? We're talking about a former clutch player of the year. It wasn't like we're talking like the guy on there right now saying, he did, Ant had 16 in the fourth, and Fox disappeared. Well, that's not his history, though, is the thing. It's not his
history.
Yeah. We can cherry pick, but also if, the Spurs end up, what were they? 5-point game without Wemby for most of it? Spurs come back and win. Are we celebrating Fox now? Leadership?
Some are.
Yeah. Are you?
No.
What do you think, Chris?
I just think he was a consistently inconsistent player.
Was he?
Yeah.
He had inconsistencies, but then you look at his numbers, though. And all I can do is let you.
When you average him out.
Yeah, well, but isn't that what consistency is?
No.
You're choosing to look at these incidents, and I'm saying, okay, well, I'm going to zoom out. How consistent is he? Well, let's look at the whole picture. 82 games. Here's his numbers. I think the thing that really I don't even care that much about De'Aaron, to be honest with you. I don't. I'm the guy who said trade him long before he was traded. I think what really bothers me a lot in the Halliburton Fox thing, and I'm guilty of this too, it just sounds like it's just so little brother to me. It's so ex-girlfriend.
Would you pay $260 million contract for De'Aaron Fox? In a vacuum. He wasn't.
In a vacuum, I would not. In a vacuum, I wouldn't. In a vacuum, I wouldn't. Honestly, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. But
there was no way. It would be terrible if the Kings signed him to a long-term contract.
Well, but the other part of that, too, is that they would be demonstrably better.
They would be better.
They would be demonstrably better.
Last season?
Yeah.
With all those injuries?
They would have probably, well, look, I'm not saying they would have, made the playoffs, but I'm
saying
with
Sabonis out most of the year, Keegan out most of the year.
I also think if Fox was here, all those players may not have magically been out. You know what I'm saying? We're forgetting that. All these players just happen to get hurt in the gap year. Are we really we're just going to kind of...
But they're not going to be... It's not like they would have played 70 games.
I don't know if they would have played 70, but I think if De'Aaron Fox was here last year, I don't think we go 22-60. I don't think we go near 22-60. I don't think we go 42 and whatever, but... 40. Yeah. But, right here, Fox is a choke artist.
I don't think of that.
I don't think literally talking about the first clutch player of the year and a guy who finished, second or third the year after that? It seems so ex-girlfriend. That's a part of our fan base I can't stand the most, and I'm part of it too. It's it's ex-girlfriendy. It really is. Or ex-boyfriendy. It's just psycho ex-girlfriend.
I don't know. That's very few.
Is it?
Yes.
I'd say it's probably 20%.
20%?
And well, maybe because we get a lot of them on the show.
Don't
It's
people
just-
feel a certain
I
way?
mean, like, I think a lot of it is like whenever someone comes back to Sacramento, they're always getting a standing ovation.
Yeah. What were you saying, Jason?
Well, don't some people feel that same way about Mike Brown? Like, oh, here he is. He's in the conference finals.
Yeah.
It's like, well, wait.
Yes. But what'd he do? He got fired.
Right.
Chris, you're kind of like that.
What?
You know. But your things with Fox and Halliburton are a little ex-girlfriendy. You got to admit, there's a little ex-girlfriend in there.
Yeah, well, I lean into it.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
like
no,
I've said, like with Fox, like they couldn't re-sign him.
Yeah.
They couldn't do it. I didn't like the talk from I didn't want Halliburton to go. Didn't like him dancing in our face for every single Pacer score and him crying about how, oh, I wanted to be here. I wanted to be here. Yeah, we wanted you here too.
Not have a response. We'll take a break. There's nothing there. I thought there's just nothing there. Chris kind of owned up to it. I didn't really. He said I leaned into it. That kind of threw me off. We'll take a break. When we come back, what's hot, what's not. We'll go streaking next.
Listen up, Niner Gang. Sactown Sports is your local home for 49ers football, and we're here to level up your game day experience. Download the Sactown Sports app and tap the contest banner on the homepage for your chance to win a pair of tickets to the 49ers home opener this season. Don't wait. Download the Sactown Sports app today. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Wendy's new Biggie Deals lets you choose whatever you're in the mood for. It's like a music mixing board of deals, and you're the producer. Go with some chill folk music with a JBC in the $4 Biggie Bite snack. Try the drum and bass of deals with a double stack in the $6 Biggie bag. Or go full-on sandwich symphony with an $8 Biggie bundle, the grand finale of snacking. And the best part? They all come with napkins. $4, $6, and $8 Biggie Deals how you want them at Wendy's.
Price and participation may vary. Single items at regular price. Prices may be higher in Alaska, California, and Hawaii.
Ready or not, summer is coming, and Wayfair's Memorial Day clearance is on now. Right now through May 25th, get up to 70% off everything home at Wayfair. Plus, score amazing doorbuster deals all sale long and surprise flash deals on Memorial Day. We're talking thousands of products at every style and budget. Now is the time to save big on must-haves for your patio, backyard, and beyond. These savings won't last, so don't wait. Shop Wayfair's Memorial Day clearance now through May 25th.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
When opportunity knocks, you don't just answer the door. You kick it down. On Sunday, June 28th, for the 5th time, the door is open once more, and the eyes of the world turn to San Jose as AEW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, CMLL, and Stardom present Forbidden Door. Live Sunday, June 28th from SAP Center at San Jose. Tickets on sale now at AEWTIX.com.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it. Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of Essentials Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
It's hot.
Trevor McDonald.
Yeah?
Yeah. Did you know that there are only 2 pitchers in Major League Baseball history with 20 or more strikeouts with 2 or
20
more strikeouts than walks and 2 or few earned runs allowed through the first 3 MLB starts.
I did.
Do you know who those players are, Jason? I know why Dave knows.
Yeah. Nolan Ryan.
Nope.
And Kerry Wood.
No. Well, I said who's hot. I said Trevor McDonald's hot, so gotta assume he's one of them.
Trevor McDonald.
Trevor McDonald.
Kerry
and
Wood's a great guess. Kirk Reeder.
No.
Ben McDonald.
Dave, I thought you knew.
Dwight Gooden.
Ooh, Gooden's a great. I didn't.
Fernando Valenzuela.
Fernando Valenzuela.
Yeah, that's unique. Dave loves L.A. Dave loves it. Shut up. Who's not?
Sorry, Dave. Los Angeles Lakers are not hot.
Oh, no.
Dave's Lakers.
They are the first team in NBA history to lead at the half in back-to-back playoff games, but then lose by a combined 40 or more points.
Moment of silence. Okay, that was enough. You know
Pulling out for him.
You know who else is hot?
Who's that?
5 for 5 last night. 2 hits in his last 2 at-bats the night before. There's a drive in deep right. Back goes Fedko, way back, and he's done it. He has done it. Henry Bolte's done it again. 5 for 5 in back-to-back nights and 12 straight at-bats with a base hit.
Okay. This is what's insane. Henry Bolte, who, last check was the number 5 prospect in the A's organization. I think he's moved up a little.
Yeah. 12 for 12 will do that for you.
12 hits and 12 at bat. Not a hit by pitch, not a walk, not a fielder's choice. 12. 2 consecutive 5 for 5 nights. This dude is unconscious. Here's his last 16 games. He's 36 for 75 with 8 homers, 6 doubles, 8 stolen bases, 22 runs scored, 18 RBI. And I kind of skipped over it. Probably the craziest thing about this dude, and he is a masher, is the dude is a demon on the base paths. He's quick as hell. 8 stolen bases in his last 16 games. I think he has 15 or something on the year. So we were going to have
He's like 6'3" or 6'4". He's a big dude.
Big dude. And he's fast as hell. So a buddy of mine, turns out, had been texting me all week, and I hadn't looked at the this is a true story, dude. I hadn't looked at the text. And then finally, like Friday or something, I look. He's been sending me clips of dude all week long. It's his godson. So we talked over the weekend, and we were going to have Henry on today at 9 a.m., but what happened yesterday? He got called up to the A's.
Yeah.
So I don't know anything beyond that if he's playing Tuesday or whatever, but apparently he'll be in Sacramento for the Cardinal series. So, and how great is Henry? I wake up to a text at like 11:42 last night. He's like, hey, I'm really sorry. I apologize. I feel terrible. I got, everything's going on. I'm actually going to be traveling. I'm like, dude, you're good.
It's going to be like, it's one of your biggest days of your life.
Yeah. Like,
being called up to the show.
And it's so funny because.
And I mean this show.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, and you're also playing for the Athletics. Yeah. But it's so funny because I don't think he'd mind me telling him, but his godfather, who is my buddy, is like, and he lives in the Bay Area. And so this kid like grew up an A's fan too. Like he's a Bay Area guy. Was like, hey, what do you like? He's looking for like Airbnbs for the family and stuff, and places to eat, and like they're all going to descend here. It was really kind of cool over the weekend to see from like the family point of view. You can only imagine, right? Like your kid, brother, uncle, nephew, whatever is getting called up to the majors, and then everybody stops what they're doing. Of course you would, is going to descend on Sacramento from, better than, being New York or Florida or something. They're all a drive away. So beyond it being a feel good, beyond it being fun, God dang, dude, this kid looks 12 for 12. What is that? Is that even, you can't do that in a video game.
That's on fire.
That's
hot.
On fire. All right, let's go streaking, please.
Okay.
It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking!
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go streaking.
What the hell are you doing?
We're streaking!
All right. Well, Dave is at 2. I'm at 2. Chris is at 8. Going back to Friday and our picks on Friday. We'll start with Dave. Dave, you took Aaron Judge. And Aaron Judge, the Yankees got swept this weekend. Yeah. Judge got up 4 times. Judge got you a hit.
Hey, way to go, Aaron Judge.
Dave, you're at 3. I took Ozzie Albies of the Atlanta Braves, one of baseball's best teams.
Ozzie Albies.
He got up 5 times in that game Friday night against the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ozzie got me 0 hits.
Ooh, you suck. Sorry, it's over. It's over now. It's over. The streak is over. It's over, ladies and gentlemen.
More like Fozzie Albies because he waka-waka'd his way to the dugout.
Yeah, that's good. Did I hear a laughter in there, Chris?
Yeah.
Wow.
Good done.
Wow.
Well, Chris is on this 8-game streak that's been going forever because he's had about 9 guys that haven't played. He took from the same game Matt Olson.
Matt Olson.
One of your wife's favorite players.
One of my wife's favorite players. By the way, on my water, I'm in every little bit helps.
Good. You've passed good morning and what?
Relax a little bit.
Yeah.
Coming up on every little bit helps.
I think you need to pay attention to that one.
What? Relax a little bit? Well, you know what? Next is for your health. So
there you go.
Yeah.
And that's what
little sayings on my water bottle.
Chris, you took Matt Olson. He got it 4 times. And Matt Olson, no hits.
No way.
I'd like to thank all my players that kept this streak alive.
I hate that he runs the board sometimes. I do.
But we'll do it again.
Uh-huh.
See you again.
On the other side.
Yeah. Oh, that's the remix, too. No, hold on. Wait, where's the ha-ha-ha? You're a loser. Sorry, it's over. It's over.
I think I did a great job.
It's over. It's over now. Move over. Where's the 5 minutes?
Where's
the 5 minutes of laughter when your streak ends?
I think the fans would
my
appreciate my run.
The fans know when someone's being a hippopotamus crit. His streak ends, and it's a fun Boys to Men song. Not even the a cappella version. Our streak ends, and literally it'd be laughter until 9:15.
Yeah,
that's fine. His corner of the store.
Well, Dave, you are now the show leader with 3-game hitting streak.
Oh, that's
Chris
like
and I are at 0.
It's like Sabonis being like the elder statesman on the Kings, isn't he? Or is it Monk?
No, it's DeRozan and Westbrook.
No, like they've been there the longest.
Oh, yeah, it's Sabonis.
Is it? Yeah, it's Sabonis. I will tell you this much. The moment I find out this kid's making his debut, whether it's Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll tell you in advance. I'm taking old Henry Bolte streaking. What a great last name, too. Huh? Bolte.
Well, not many games today. 6 of them total.
All right, let's
You can pick the Giants that are at your Dodgers.
Can't wait for that. Patrick Bailey getting traded over there. Dave loves L.A. Dave loves it. What now?
Logie Webb going on the injured list.
Oh, that's well, sure as hell. Oh, wait. No, I don't want to hear it from him about the.
Oh, you wanted to pick a Dodger.
I did. Wow, there's a lot of there's a lot of really good ERAs going today. As a matter of fact, go ahead and give me Corey. Some call him Bob Seager.
Oh, former Dodger.
Yeah. What former? Dave loves L.A. Dave loves it. See, that I get it. Dave loves L.A., but not one laugh for Chris and history.
He controls the buttons.
He controls the buttons.
I'm going to take Mike Trout.
Why'd you pause there?
Fish out of water.
Mike Trout.
I'm going to take, because I have a little bit more faith in the Giants than Dave, Luis Arias.
Good. Have fun with it, dude.
Have fun with
it.
I'm just waiting until I could get McGonagall again.
Oh, he's off today?
It's me.
McGonagall. We'll take a break. When we come back, final hour of the program. Week's going really fast. Ooh, 4 more days. I'm very excited. 4 more days. Look, we'll get back at 9 a.m. We're going to talk briefly about this. You got all this expansion stuff written down. What do you know, Jason?
What do you know?
What do you?
I don't know anything.
I don't know.
Looks like later in the month, maybe a big day.
What is going on? And we'll get to more lottery talk in your phone calls next.
Listen up, Niner gang. Sactown Sports is your local home for 49ers football, and we're here to level up your game day experience. Download the Sactown Sports app and tap the contest banner on the homepage for your chance to win a pair of tickets to the 49ers home opener this season. Don't wait. Download the Sactown Sports app today. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Running a business takes grit, vision, and a partner who believes in your success as much as you do. At Valley Strong Credit Union, business banking is built around you. The entrepreneurs, the growers, the dreamers powering our community. Whether you need flexible checking, faster payments, or financing to take your next big step, Valley Strong brings local expertise and real relationships to every stage of your business. Because when local businesses thrive, the whole valley grows stronger. Valley Strong Credit Union. Grow your business, grow your future. ValleyStrong.com/business.
If your passion is bass fishing, only one radio show has the action, information, and excitement of your favorite outdoor sport. Ultimate Bass, hosted by Tournament Bass Pro and California Outdoor Hall of Famer Kent Brown, takes you live to where the fish are biting every Saturday morning. Only Ultimate Bass feeds your passion with the latest news, products, tips, and advice from the pros. Ultimate Bass with Kent Brown, Saturday mornings at 5 a.m. on Sactown Sports 1140, part of SEP's Saturday Morning Outdoors.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sactown Sports 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Final hour of the program. 1-800-920-1140 is your phone line. 44-1140 is your text line. Matt and Kayla coming up at 9, or excuse me, 10. I'm sure they will have opinion. They will opine.
Oh, yes.
On things.
Oh, yes.
Did you see Matt's live reaction?
I did.
Maddie.
A lot of people seem to put their live reaction on social media.
Yeah. Hey, look at me. I'm live reacting.
I'm mad.
Grr.
I'm mad.
I'm mad. I said a swear. And bleeped.
Which I bleeped it.
I know, right, dude? Come on.
I want to show how really mad I am.
So mad.
Me, Maddie.
It took me a long time to get this out because I had to bleep it.
It's me Maddie, Maddy.
Yeah.
Your thoughts, Kayla?
Was that her live reaction? So when I checked Twitter at one point when I was playing golf to see what people were saying, and somebody tweeted at me, and it was them taking a selfie with my parents eating.
I saw that, or I saw your response.
And then you just asked me, reminded me, because you know that person, right? So it's what's great about doing a show, and everyone's all local and all that. My parents were having their new favorite place is Bennett's. They like to go to Bennett's.
It's good.
And I don't know how it happened, but they took they kind of took a photo together. My dad's looking over his shoulder, and my mom's eating.
I'm attempting to dazzle Dave.
So I asked
That's not what I was going for.
I asked him about it. I asked my mom about it last night when they were over, and I can't remember what she said, but I'm sure it was something like it involved these people introducing themselves and knowing my parents through, and apparently they had some sort of connection between the lady's mother who's since passed, and But when I hear that, my sister and I, we just that's not how we think these things go down. What we think is that, like, one of them was probably wearing King stuff and watching the lottery thing. And then at one point, my mom's like, "Oh, you Kings fans? Yeah. You know Carmichael Dave? Yeah. That's my sign. Oh!" And then a lot of bragging happens. And, that's parents. But you can own up to it. It's fine.
Yeah.
I just feel like they're not like it's just going to roll through and wreck it. Hey, aren't you Dave's parents?
Right.
I don't think that's going to happen. You should get the backstory. Because at one point, I tweeted the guy back like, "Hey, that's my parents." And I think his line was something like, "They're wonderful people." They are. But it was, what was the line he had? It was something like, "They're incredibly proud parents." And I was like, that's a good way of saying they wouldn't shut up about you. That's fine.
Jeez.
Still can't throw a spiral.
Is that true, Chris?
Huh?
Is that true?
I'm sorry, you could throw an underhanded spiral.
I wasn't underhand, sidearm. I figured it out.
Wait, what'd you call it?
Dude, sidearm.
You called it
submarine?
No, it was like an overhead. It was an overhead,
like I'm not underhanding is that.
Yeah.
Okay. I was doing that. So I was like the overhead yeah.
No, but it's below a sidearm.
It was like submarine.
Yes.
And let me tell you, dude, the tightest possible spirals every time. He'll tell you they were all these things were like
Bessie's thrown it.
Okay.
Well, no. Tight spirals.
It wasn't the best you've thrown it?
Yes, but you're doing the thing and you know what you're doing. I was throwing, the best I've thrown it could also be that it was kind of spiral. Like, I can't throw a spiral. These were tight-ass spirals.
Now checking into the game, filling in for Brock Purdy. Here's Carmichael Dave. Back to pass. Submarine right into the offensive line.
Where they won't expect it.
Jason, it's funny that you said that because that's word for word what I said.
Kind of is. Although I don't think it's funny.
But the spiral is tight.
Tight! JR, not that JR, the other JR says, Bay Area JR.
Yeah.
Texting in. Hey, guys. Kings brass are always talking about avoiding instilling a losing culture with our new players. Does Utah have a losing culture? Those players don't look broken down or hopeless. The avoiding the losing culture is and was a load of crap. I would wager that firing head coaches every 2 years leads more to a losing culture than tanking does.
Wait, what was the question about Utah, though?
Does Utah have a losing culture? I think if we're being fair, I think they do right now.
Why would they have a winning culture?
Yeah, they don't. I think I agree with everything JR said, and it's something that I harp on a lot. But I think it's more of like, does San Antonio have a losing culture? Because San Antonio was under 500 last year. They were worse than the Kings. And now they're 10 wins away from an NBA championship. I had to do the math. I understand what people... Look, I get it. It's a very... And the funny thing is I could 100... I'm just waiting for one of these times when I say you play to win the game is garbage. And to have like either Herm Edwards or an athlete like call me out on it. Like that's going to happen one of these days. I'm going to be like, really? Have you ever been in a locker room? Have you ever played professional sports? Like you play to win the game and culture this and culture that. And it's going to be one of those really uncomfortable positions because that's one of those ones where I'm going to be like, yeah, you're wrong. And let me tell you why you, the professional athlete, are incorrect and I, the not professional athlete, am. Because they're in it. They're in it. Of course they're going to think that way. They are professionally bred to win, and that's part of why they're there. And I fully respect that. They also, when it comes to culture, they're in the locker room too. They see the things that we don't see. What I continually say when it comes to that is that I hate the Herm Edwards quote. I hate it because I think it gets really misconstrued. I know what he meant. But I think it's more like you play to win a championship. Or you play to build towards a championship. Wins are in a vacuum. You play to make sure you're on the right course to winning a title, and that's everyone's ultimate goal. Ring culture, all that. It's everyone's ultimate goal is to win a championship. They say that too. You can't win a championship if you don't win games. Yes, that's true. But you can also, as we've seen, be a treadmill team. When it comes to building culture, you build culture through personalities, but you could have, okay, great. We could have no disrespect. I love this man. I love him. But if we had 14 Garrett Temples on the team last year, we'd have the best culture in the NBA and we would have won 20 games. So it's part personality. It's consistency. It's a team-wide expectation, franchise-wide. Culture goes into the ownership, the GM, into the hallways too. But I have yet to hear a counter that I get that it doesn't carry over. And what I mean by that is the Spurs this year, for example. We can come up with 30 other examples, including our very own Sacramento Kings in 2099. Winning breeds winning culture. And losing in no way, shape, or form mentally breeds into the following year if you have a better team. It's that simple to me. So when they could bring me the argument, Jason, last year if they wanted to say, look, players don't tank. I totally agree. Coaches don't tank. Hell no, they don't. They're going out to try to win every game. They don't care about tanking. They don't care about a draft pick. Of course they don't, and nor should they. But when it's, that win against the Warriors, it's going to be good for culture next year. No, it's not. I don't believe that at all. I 100% do not believe that at some point next year players are going to draw on that Warriors win and be like, here's 10 more wins. Now, there may be certain game situations under pressure that will help breed into more experience down the road in those situations. I'm not immune to that, but Kings were 22-60 last year, Jason. If they somehow traded Zach LaVine for Giannis Antetokounmpo and brought in, traded DeMar DeRozan for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, I'm just being an idiot. But nobody's going to be like, they lost last year, culture. Or Giannis lost last year, he's bringing culture. I just never bought that. And I don't think you and I see eye to eye on that.
Well, I just think there's nuance in there.
There is.
It's like, I agree with some of the elements. I think naturally when you win more, things are going right. And I think there's a fine line, but honestly, I don't think there's a tremendous – the largest gap is between the best team and the worst team. Obviously, there's a huge gap there as far as win total.
Yeah.
But when you start to get into from, let's say, I don't know, a good team, maybe not the best, like an Orlando to I'll even go to the Kings. Like I don't think there's an incredible difference between those teams. The obvious statement is, Orlando won a bunch more games and made the playoffs. Yeah, but I think in the core of it, I don't think anybody thought Orlando could win a championship. Nobody thought the Kings could win a championship. But it's like how you prepare, it's how you practice, it's how you almost everything you do has to come from that whatever culture term. Now, It doesn't mean I think you could be a team that doesn't have a lot of wins, but you're trying to build like that winning mentality so that when you get the better players, look, this is what we do. This is how we do it. And now, look, we've got the better players, and boom, we're ready to go. We're winning.
And Perry's trying to do that with those pillars. I understand and recognize that.
And I think in this year, you hopefully had the veteran players kind of teach some of that even while losing, what it means to lose, how it's what were they, a 16? It was a terrible losing streak. That was awful.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully that's the last one they ever go through, but they may not. But how do you handle it? And then also some of the good things when they won 4 in a row or beat some teams they weren't supposed to, or even later in the year when they were winning some games and it was the younger players. Like that's hopefully what some of your future is. And that young group didn't win that many games, but now they can maybe rally on, all right, this is how it was when we were playing together as a young group. Kind of that, it's all under the culture, but there's nuance in there.
I would hate for the young players to get into a position where the organization wants to lose, they need to lose, they do everything they can to lose, to where you get young players saying like, well, then why am I trying?
Right.
Why am I practicing?
Yeah, true. And I would almost want the players, I hate to say it this way, I don't ever want to hear the players have some of the belief that some fans do. Like what we had earlier. The league needs to sue.
Sure.
We're cursed.
Yeah.
We're terrible. We never have any luck. Like if the players start feeling that way, then, you're cooked.
Yeah.
You can't have that. They've got to believe whoever they draft, whoever they add, whoever's currently here, they have to think, I'm changing it. I'm going to be the one that's on the other side of this, that starts this run. Now, whether they do or not, they have to believe they can do it.
When I'm thinking about what Chris said, too, along with what you just said, and all the points are very well taken, but, like, that didn't happen in Detroit.
What do you mean?
The players that won 60 games this year, many of them were there for the horrible years. Right. They're not sitting there now or last year when they were above 500 going, well, I'm not going to try. Or I guarantee you there were times where whether it was Cade Cunningham or whoever on Detroit during those horrific seasons where they sucked, I got it right here, when they were 20-46, 20-52, 17-65, 14-68. Of course, there were moments where they were like, this sucks, man. Do I want to deal with this? But then magically wins start coming because they got better and more mature and more older and better chemistry and what. These guys are, if anything, can't I make a similar argument but the exact opposite? Can't I say that some of what the Spurs and the Pistons and to an extent the Thunder and Indiana last year, and maybe you can't I make the same case that those years actually strengthen them, make them better, make them appreciate it more, make them addicted to winning because they know what it's like to lose, as opposed to Yaxel Lendenberg. Let's say we were joking earlier that he goes to the Thunder. Okay, and a lot of mocks have him there. He's 24 years old. He is ready. And he's coming off a national championship at Michigan. And he plugs into the Thunder. Let's say the Thunder win their 3rd straight title next year. It's great. But there's no flipping way that Yaxel Lendenberg understands the struggle like a Cade Cunningham does, or any of these other players that came up on struggling teams.
Yeah.
That's true. I think it can help.
Yeah, but we're not saying get better. We're not saying that, just because they're playing all their young players that they're going to start winning. No. We had people saying, like, why is Max playing? Why don't we just play all G Leaguers?
Yeah, that's dumb. But I think the idea
if you want to look at it this way, unfortunately pushing the young players to get better, they got a couple more wins out of it.
Yeah, but I think it's not disingenuous. You're not being disingenuous, Chris, but I think we're my biggest issues were Russ and DeMar. Mm-hmm. That was my issue. Like, look, we talked about it all year. If they're playing Neek and Max and Cardwell and Precious Achua, who was on the couch, and Killian Hayes, who was on the couch, and Devin Carter, you're playing those guys and you're winning. Dude, fair play. You can't say anything. But when I'm having to watch, and by the way, this is zero disrespect. Let me be clear here. I want to Matt George myself. Zero disrespect to DeMar or Russ, who are true professionals, Hall of Famers, and did what they're supposed to do. They did what they're supposed to do. I don't offer this as an ounce of disrespect to them. But this is how successful long-term organizations operate. They realize that fans do not care an iota, and I'm talking about Kings fans, do not care about the tweet celebrating Russ or DeMar passing this guy and Russ passing. They're all phenomenal accomplishments, and they will be first ballot Hall of Famers, and deservedly so. But for a team in the Kings' position, nobody wants to see DeMar DeRozan getting 40 points towards the end of the year when the Kings are winning 5 of 10 and passing everybody up. Now, if Nick Clifford does it, if Max does it, if Devin had that one crazy game, okay. But Oklahoma City, Detroit, San Antonio, and a few others, certainly Utah, they would have found a way. You wouldn't have had Russ or DeMar here last year. You wouldn't have. Oklahoma City sent Al Horford home in the middle of the year. No, they didn't tank. That's like one of the most blatant examples of tanking of all time.
Al Horford would have made them a 50-win team.
No. They just went, you know what?
We're better off without him.
We're better off without you, even if you cost us a win or two. We're going to pay you fully healthy to go sit home so that we can play our younger guys.
Well, could you imagine if Sabonis, Murray, Levine didn't get hurt? I mean, that's the scenario I was worried about as the year was going along. When they got to the trade deadline, I'm like, look, they're not very good. They're not getting enough of their younger players in to a lot of people's liking. At the end, they really did. And, for the better part, and I think we've also moved the posts here a little bit, again, which people do that.
Sure.
Like the very last win, I'm just counting the last one. It was the Warrior game that a lot of people were like, see, one more game. Westbrook was out. DeRozan didn't play. Malik played like the 9 minutes. None. So it was the young guys that won. I think the game before that, if I remember right, they beat the Pelicans. And I know Russ was out. Yeah, DeMar played, but probably 15, 20 minutes. I don't know. I can't remember. I don't know. It's a tough spot. This is the spot they're in, and now we're all acting at times as a result of the lottery, but people were mad during this stretch. I can't say that they weren't, too. All along I thought they were in a tough position, and they maintained it in it. And I still think they're in the tough position because as of now, as you laid out earlier, they could come back with really close to the same team with this lottery pick and 2 second-round picks. And in theory, be a lot better just because they're healthier, but also be just as confusing because you're going, they got the same problem. Mm-hmm. They got good veterans. Yeah. They're good players.
Yes.
Seemingly some promising young guys.
Yes.
How do you play them all?
That's what we go back to earlier, which is the delta between floor and ceiling next year, and the work that Perry has cut out for him is insane.
And I think this is fair. Wouldn't you agree, Dave, that I bet if you polled, you're never going to get 100%, but 100% of Kings fans, and if you were going to have a 20-win season like they did this year, what do you think the percentage would be it's more tolerable if they are 27 and below, age-wise, versus having veterans?
You that winning would be or losing?
No, just like you're going to have the same season, but you've got veterans at a high price or younger players that aren't
far more tolerable with the younger players,
which is what they weren't. Now, at the end they were, but you still had the high-priced players.
That's right.
And they still do.
Yeah, they're still, and again, number 8 last year, as of now, number 4 next year.
Which is the biggest problem they have.
From the text line, losing on purpose is lame. Name three teams. I'm trying to. There's some swearings in here. Name 3 teams that tanked and won a championship. Okay, Oklahoma City, San Antonio, Golden State.
Wait, they tanked?
When did San Antonio tank?
Well,
and again, now we need to get in the definition.
Tank is people get lost in tank.
Yeah. What do you mean? How do they tank?
I mean, you got to be bad before you're good in almost every case.
Oh,
that's the way the NBA is. But tanking in the sense of
Well, then every team did because at every team.
Do we? No. But that leads directly to it, and that you can draw a line. If the San Antonio Spurs weren't comically bad, they don't get the number 1 pick for David Robinson. Okay, then David Robinson had a naval commitment and couldn't join him right away, and they were still bad. They then had David Robinson. I actually have it right in front of me here, and they went 59-23 after winning 62 games, and they fire their coach. They go after he goes 20-62 because Robinson got hurt, and they get Tim Duncan. And then they're off to the races. Full credit for Parker, full credit for Ginobili, but let's be honest, the Duncan-Robinson correlate, that was their dynasty. Why do we pretend that they didn't know what they were doing the year Duncan got hurt? You think
Robinson got hurt?
Or excuse me, Robinson got hurt. Now I understand you're missing David Robinson. You're going to do worse.
Right.
I'm supposed to buy, and you and I were around back then, that David Robinson by himself is a net 39-game drop in 1 year. Do we not think that the Spurs were going, you know what, this is a gap year. This kid's coming out. This is a good draft. This has been happening since the lottery started.
I can't remember their game.
Look at the Golden State Warriors leading up to when they started winning the championship. We don't want to think of the Golden State Warriors as tanking. No, the Golden State Warriors were just bad. The Golden State Warriors were 29-53 in 2008-2009. They were 26-56 the following year, 36-46 the following year, 23-43 the following year before they turned it around, went 47-35, and then won 51, fired Mark Jackson. By the way, firing Mark Jackson after building that team up to a 51-win team, which was crazy. I know, kids, it's hard to realize, but the Warriors once upon a time were basically the Kings. They were in ineptitude.
They were worse than the Kings.
Yeah, ineptitude. They fired Mark Jackson after building them to 51 wins. But in the process, they got Steph Curry at, I think, 7.
Yes.
They got Clay at 11.
Right. So
they got Draymond
tanking.
And I think if you look at tanking,
you're saying having losing years.
I'm saying that the Warriors, if you have an organizational edict, if you will, we're bad. We know we're going to be bad. People think tanking and they think of like legitimately purposely going out and telling coaches and or players like you cannot win.
No, I think you're hurting your chance to win to get the top pick. And if you're picking 7th, you're picking 9th, you're getting Draymond in the second round.
They drafted tremendously. But they had an extended period of being bad and not shortcutting. Okay. There was no shortcutting. There was no bring in the free agent guy. There was no, you argue Kevin Durant was a shortcut, but that was later. They built on their youth, took no shortcuts, didn't get the high-priced talent, got the rookie coach to replace the coach that had built them to a 51-win team, and they were off to the races.
I would argue the year they tanked, they got James Wiseman, and that was the worst thing that they ever did.
I couldn't agree with you more. They tanked.
That, to me, was closer to
They tanked and they picked wrongly.
Yeah.
And now you look at
Set them back.
the Thunder, same thing. Bad for 3 years. Built almost entirely off the draft, the exception of the Paul George trade, which I'm not trying to roll over. That's huge. You have the Spurs, a 60-win team that tanked. You have Detroit, a 60-win team that tanked. The Lakers don't have to do that. The Knicks don't have to do that. Your huge markets don't have to do that. And it's not all small markets, but time and time and time again, it has shown that you have to put yourself in a position by being bad and getting lottery picks. And you can do it either the Sam Presti way, whereas he had so many picks that he was bound to hit on some, and he made the greatest trade in NBA history. There's many ways to do it, but none of those ways happened for San Antonio both times, for Detroit, for Oklahoma City, and even for Golden State if they don't have prolonged times before that where they were bad. They were all bad. Even the Celtics. Where'd the Celtics draft Jason Tatum? Where'd the Celtics draft Jaylen Brown?
Right.
You know, they had to go through a prolonged bad period. I remember when Danny Ainge was switching from the Garnett Pierce Celtics to this version. They were terrible. Ainge doesn't know what he's doing. They're bad. This isn't acceptable in Boston. Bloop, champions.
Never mind. We got a break.
Okay. We'll take a break. When we come back, I think we just need to redefine, like,
absolutely.
I don't
think of
the
those
whole
as
aspect of tanking. What's on deck? Brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing and Celebrity Birthdays. Next.
The Kings fell 2 spots during the lottery and will pick 7th in the NBA draft this summer. Without a top 4 pick, how will Scott Perry adjust his draft strategy? Head to SactownSports.com for a full breakdown on the updated NBA draft order.
Your exclusive home for Kings basketball.
Sactown Sports 1140.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis.
Control is everything to me.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it. Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of Essentials Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence Data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
When opportunity knocks, you don't just answer the door. You kick it down. On Sunday, June 28th, for the 5th time, the door is open once more. And the eyes of the world turn to San Jose as AEW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, CMLL, and Stardom present Forbidden Door. Live Sunday, June 28th from SAP Center at San Jose. Tickets on sale now at AEWTIX.com.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave.
What's up? It's Matt George.
What's good? It's Alan Stiles.
With the most trusted voices in the community.
This is Jason Ross.
Hey, it's Kayla Anderson.
It's Whitey Gleason.
Ready to help promote your business, both as partners and customers. All you have to do is ask. Pick up the phone, dial pound 250 and say, grow my business to get connected with a team member today. That's pound 250 and say, grow my business. Our team will review your product, quickly pair you with a perfect endorser, and create video and audio samples all at no cost or obligation to you. With the most live and local on-air lineup, a dynamic content-driven website, and a state-of-the-art mobile app, Sactown Sports 1140 is tailor-made to help you connect with a sports audience in Sacramento. So why wait? Dial pound 250 today. Say, grow my business, and let us help take you to the next level.
Ladies and gentlemen,
this is going to be fun.
Yeah! It's time for What's on Deck. Brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing. When it breaks,
we have it first.
It's Sactown Sports Breaking News.
Well, point for Jason. There will be no further discipline for Victor Wembanyama. No suspension, no fine. Wow. Okay.
Let's go live to Minnesota to get their reaction.
Wow. And I would like to
Whoa. It appears that Victor Wembanyama's already come out with a statement.
Oh, has he?
What did he say?
What did he say?
The stupid American pronounces pétri as croissant. Croissant. It is pronounced
It's true.
Yeah.
1-800-920-1140. William, or is it Will.I.am? Good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you, J. Ross?
I'm good, William. How about Dave?
Good.
Hey, listen, thought I'd listen to your show this morning after hearing the news yesterday, and I want to say, like all my King fans have been telling me to call you, I think this is time to call for Scott Perry's head and Coach Christie's head for allowing these guys to play like they want to win games in the end when everybody's deliberately tanking. And these guys, one-third of this roster is not even going to be back next year. And look where we're at, right back where we always were. If we would have tanked, we would have got Dibanza, Peterson, one of the top 3 picks, and we would be in business next year. But we're not. So that's what I have to say. We should fire Scott Perry, Christie, for this foolishness in winning and getting us out of a decent lottery pick. Total bad strategy. The owner should be calling right now for his head. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
The owner should be calling for his head.
Jason, your thoughts?
I disagree. Wait, so how many more were they supposed to lose?
11.
11 more. Well,
That's
then they would have had the worst record, and then they would have been the one that won.
The one that won.
Yeah. But if they lost like 4 more, it would not have been good because they would have been in Brooklyn's spot and Indiana's spot.
And then you would have Jason and I. See?
Yeah.
See? Yeah, see?
Why isn't anybody saying win 3 more? What if they did that, Dave?
What if DeRozan and Westbrook played more?
Why didn't they be a little bit more? There's 3 more games we could find wins for them. Then they would have been in Memphis' spot, picking 3. That'd be fun.
That doesn't fit the narrative, Jason.
Oh, well, they should have lost more. They don't know what they're doing.
I don't know. How do you fire a coach for winning? That's the problem. What you do, however, is you hire a coach like Will Hardy.
Yeah, who lost a ton.
And you say, you're not going anywhere for give us 5 years, dude.
Yeah. Jordy's not in trouble.
You're good. Yeah,
you got an extension.
Bad for 2 years. Really bad. Actually, I think Brooklyn's in a really bad spot. They have money.
They have money.
They don't have who's their best player?
Fred.
Oh, Fred. Get him going, Fred.
What also hurts is the Knicks doing so well, too.
Bang, bong.
So they're just a complete afterthought.
Aren't they always going to be, though?
Well, they went for it. They had Harden and KD and
Kyrie.
And before that, they had KG and Pierce and Darren Williams. And
God, the Nets are horrible.
But they were tanking. No, they were just bad. They were bad.
But that's another example of a franchise that just has absolutely no clue. You've been this bad for this long, and you got Igor Demine, he's fine. Drake Powell, Michael Porter Jr., Noah Clowney, and Nick Claxton.
And what are you building with?
That's really bad, dude. I mean, I'd rather be Washington than Brooklyn.
Yeah, I would too.
What is there? You said they have. I'm sure you're right.
I think. Well, I mean, who's paid that much?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at their money situation right now. Oh, they're dead. Yeah. I mean, that's the one thing you can say is that.
But then are they going to overpay for somebody? And you're like, oh yeah, we're going to take whatever player and pay them this amount of money.
Well, I would say this: they got 105 on the books for next year, and then 37 million the year after. So they've obviously cleared it out. The good news is they've got their draft picks, and they've also got a lot of money now. Bad franchise uses that cap room and goes out and signs, all-star 30-year-old dude. Good franchise lets the rest of the league know, hey, like for example, the Nets call up Scott Perry. Mm-hmm. They say, hey, we'll take Zach.
Uh-huh.
You're going to need to attach some draft capital though, but we'll take Zach LaVine. And you're calling Philly. We'll take Joel Embiid.
Right.
We'll get you out of this thing. But we're going to need some of your draft capital. And on. You're looking at every distressed contract in the league where that team would love to get rid of them. Hey, we don't have to send any. We'll send you a couple of our, we'll send you $10 million back on your $50 million contract. Well,
gosh, Embiid's starting the extension next year.
I know.
I mean, Levine's a bad contract, but it's the final year at least. There's some reward now, finally. But.
Well, and with Philly, God, what do they do? Because you got to think that. I mean, God, Elton Brand, they were just so bad at their jobs. you got to think going into the offseason, they're like, look, we got swept, but we were a second-round playoff team. Yeah. And that's what these guys really not healthy most of the year. We might have something here. Like, Philly's a great example of Philly's a great example. Philadelphia was in the second round of the playoffs this year. They just went home yesterday, and I'd rather be the Kings. I would rather be in the Kings situation than Philadelphia, which seems bonkers on the surface. But that is it. Philly hasn't even realized that they're going to have to rebuild. Yeah. They're not even at the rebuild phase yet. They haven't realized that they're going to have to rebuild. And knowing, as most ownership is, it's like, hey, we got something.
Yeah, because I'm sure they love the TJ Maxx backcourt. Maxey and VJ or VJ Max.
I love that VJ Max backcourt. Have they said that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
And then they want to move. I'm sure they want to move Embiid. They probably like to move George. They just can't. And then if they're stuck with those guys, then at some point they're going to have to move the young guys.
Yeah.
That's not what they want to do.
No, they don't want to do that at all. What's on tap tonight? The Pistons at Cavs. Detroit up in this series. James Harden had a little bit of a bounce back in Game 3.
Good finish.
Yeah, give him credit for that. Thunder look to close out the Lakers in Los Angeles, too. That'll be fun. That'll be fun if that happens, just to watch.
Is this LeBron's last game?
I don't think so. I'm going to stick to my previous prediction that he's going to play 2 more years in L.A.
I think he's still going to play. Oh, you think in L.A.? Okay.
Well, I don't know if he's still going to play 2 more in L.A., but Dave loves L.A. Dave loves it. I think I'm going to, just because it's a Disney ending, I'm going to stick to he's going to retire 2 years from now and go to the Olympics in L.A. And that will be his final.
He doesn't have to stay with the Lakers to.
No, that's what I'm saying. He doesn't. You're right. Yeah. Although, I mean, it's just if you're LeBron, you've made all the money, right? You've won 4 titles. Your son's
got the points record.
You got everything. Your son's playing on the team, your house, your family. You got younger kids.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I mean, like, it's been his entire life.
He's still really good.
Yeah. No, I honestly, I'm just wondering, like, would he rather? Because you got to think the only reason he leaves the Lakers is to pursue a title. I can't imagine a reason he'd leave the Lakers other than to pursue a title. I don't think anyone can pay him enough to make a difference. And in L.A., he's got his family. He's got his son playing on his team. He's got his house. He's got his production companies and all his other business interests. And I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm just trying to run it through. If I was LeBron, I don't know that I'd leave. I'm just going to keep being. I'm going to retire having played the bulk of my career for Los Angeles.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it is. And then I will go out as the most statistically, relax Jordan fan, statistically accomplished player in NBA history, and I'm gonna top it all off by winning a gold medal in my new adopted hometown and roll out. That's a pretty cool ending. Yeah. I don't know that he's going to do it, but the A's are off. They start a series at home with St. Louis tomorrow.
And then the Giants come in.
Gross. Giants and Dodgers tonight as well down in L.A. Dave loves L.A. Dave loves it. I haven't decided, but leaning towards I may be in attendance tomorrow at the A's Cardinals.
Really?
For my first athletics game in Sacramento.
It's funny. I invited you to a game.
No, I know. It's for the kid coming up. Well, you want to go tomorrow? Oh, wait. Was that? Oh, you want to go? I should have invited you. You want to go tomorrow?
No, I'm going Wednesday.
Also, we're going to be in the... Wait, hold on. We're going to be in day 2 of the fast.
Yeah.
Oof. Hot dogs.
How you doing? You feeling good?
I'm like literally done.
Thanks for the invite, Dave, but I can't go either.
No, I want to have fun. Because the guy I'm rooting for, he'll like strike out and Chris will be like, oh, big prospect.
Why would I do that?
We'll take a break.
Why would I do that?
We'll come back. Crosstalk and Kayla and Matt next.
The Kings fell 2 spots during the lottery and will pick 7th in the NBA draft this summer. Without a top 4 pick, how will Scott Perry adjust his draft strategy? Head to SactownSports.com for a full breakdown on the updated NBA draft order.
Your exclusive home for Kings basketball.
Sactown Sports 1140.
Well, hi. Let me tell you about Jonathan Gonzalez. Gonzalez Law and years of experience. He is here to help you. That's right. He can help any one of you out there. SacLegalDefense.com, 916-304-9187. And there's many reasons to choose Gonzalez Law Office. But if you are in a spot where you're in a wrongful termination case, a sexual harassment case, something work-related, maybe it's an auto accident, he can help, and he's helped many people. The other area that he's helped people with a lot is something that's been on your record that you like removed. It's called an expungement. Get that off your record. Get your life going back in order. Again, Jonathan Gonzalez, Gonzalez Law, SacLegalDefense.com, 916-304-9187.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy, pretty much hands off. They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922. 800-375-2922.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
No way. Gas prices shot up again.
I know, but I got us covered.
So generous. What's your deal?
What's my deal? I went to Metro and saved. Got 4 lines for just $25 each and 4 free new Samsung Galaxy A17 5G phones, and all on the T-Mobile network.
How about we go to Metro today?
Get that more for your money feeling. Visit your Metro by T-Mobile store. Just bring your numbers. Not available if you've been with Metro or T-Mobile in the past 180 days.
If you're serious about getting better at golf, start with the fit. At Hagen Oaks, everything begins with Total Game Fitting. The TrackMan Player Performance Studio analyzes your swing to match you with the right clubs. Ping's Ballnamic Fitting helps you find the golf ball for your game. The Hagen Oaks Putter Fitting Studio helps you roll it true. And with FootJoy's 3D foot scanner, you'll walk the course in shoes that actually fit. From driver to putter and even what's on your feet, Hagen Oaks fits every part of your game. Total Game Fitting, only at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, Fulton Avenue at Business 80.
Injured and you're considering an LA law firm looking to charge you 45% to 50% in attorney's fees? That's overcharging. Ashton & Price has been around for over 25 years, and I can tell you no matter how complicated your injury case, you should never be charged 45% or 50% in attorney's fees ever. Direct, experienced, unrelenting, and honest local representation matters. It's called Home Court Advantage for a reason. Ashton & Price serious local attorneys for serious people with serious injuries. So for the best local advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things. And now, here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Yeah. And Matt. And Kayla. And Matt.
Yeah.
Hey,
lucky number 7. Hey, lucky number 7. We like things that are 7s. Like
I do like 7. That is my lucky trait.
Give me some breaking news here, would you please?
Oh, dear.
This is gonna be fun.
When it breaks,
we have it first.
It's Sactown Sports breaking news.
All right, Jason Ross trivia question.
Ooh.
Somebody just quote tweeted the Victor Wembanyama suspension news and said the following. Y'all have called for my career for less. Now, there are only 2 options here. It's just a matter of which one do you pick. Literally only 2.
Yep.
Is he going to go the right way, Fleetwood Mac style?
DeMarcus Cousins' final answer.
Draymond Green, final answer.
Go ahead. Chris?
Draymond.
Oh, I'm on an island.
You are on an island.
And I'm wrong.
And you are Tom Hanks on that island. No one's coming for you. You're wrong. Draymond Green.
Yeah, give
Oh,
give
boy.
DeMarcus time.
Give him time, right?
Actually, let me be fair. I haven't checked DeMarcus's Twitter yet. Although he's in India, so
he's probably not away.
He's probably
He's
not.
in India?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
For NBA.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's DeMarcus, Vlade Divac,
all at the same table,
and Isaiah Thomas.
Hey, back together again. Wait, no, not that Isaiah.
Not that Isaiah Thomas. Wrong Isaiah Thomas. It is not impossible that like the NBA mixed up the wrong Isaiah Thomas either. Because why would Isaiah Thomas be in?
Why would the league do that?
I don't know. Just saying, like,
what was Rudy Gay doing?
Was Rudy Gay there?
I don't know.
You're saying like, what was
is
he?
he
I don't
available?
know. Hey, what was Othell Wilson doing? What about Franklin Edwards? Mark Olberding?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Klein, first ever draft pick for Sacramento, right before Karl Malone.
Ooh.
Yeah,
don't remember that.
Matt said a bad word on the Twitter.
I said multiple bad words.
On Twitter? Why did I miss that?
Why'd you bleep it, coward?
Jessup wouldn't be proud.
Because of employers.
Yeah.
Did you put like stars, like asterisks, or
No,
anything?
he.
You can
no,
read.
it's his reaction.
Dave, you wanted me to play that.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to grab that, but I did find some audio of Matt later on afterwards.
Okay. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
This is
Let's
Matt
hear.
George later on
Chris found it.
after it had sunk in that the Kings were picking 7th.
I did hear that.
Oh, you did hear that?
Yeah.
No, that was true.
And then he lost his retainer and he was crying about it.
Oh, I have cried about that.
What, losing a retainer?
Yeah, heck yeah.
It was $200.
Heck yeah.
It's $200. You go through a garbage can looking for it.
I did. I made my mom's friend dig through the garbage. And pull
It just
out.
makes you so stressed.
I know, right?
You know how you relieve that.
You didn't see this, Kayla? This is great.
Oh, this is when.
It's okay.
Blank.
Yep.
Blank.
Matt
That is funny.
George.
There's another one later. It was worse.
Way to go.
Yeah, I just played it.
Even after that?
Oh yeah.
I mean, that was all of us, though, I feel like, as they read the picks.
That was actually me after De'Aaron Fox's game last night.
Oh.
Oh, this is your first lottery here, wasn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
God. And I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
We just did the meme. First time, huh?
Yeah, my stomach was like in knots.
Yeah.
And then when they said 7,
tried.
I was like,
Yeah.
No, Dave, she
Wah,
tried. She tried so hard with the good vibes.
I
She tried
did.
They don't
so
work here.
Hard.
They don't
Good
work.
vibrations
You'll
do
learn.
not
Now-
work specifically in this town.
now, if I
in this
get
building.
a cuff out of it, then it was all meant to be because I put that out into the atmosphere.
Yeah, he's not.
Oh,
a
I
fan.
know.
He doesn't
I
like
know. We argued one
Hey.
time. I think it might have been the day you were
This
gone.
is how I
don't
think of
remember.
it. Kings draft a cuff at 7 or at 2. Which would you prefer?
7.
No. And now we were talking about how Scott Perry coached his dad in college.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Do you even need to play defense at 7? Like at 2, you have to play defense. At 7, you don't have to play defense, right?
More like Darius handcuff, because that's what the franchise will be with that
God.
defense.
Hell yeah.
Right? Right here.
Oh my goodness. Matt likes Acuff.
I do.
Don't
I
hold
like him
in-
too.
Don't suck him
no, you
into
don't.
your world.
I've said it many times. If he's there at 7 and that's who they take, it's going to be fun. It's going to be scoring. He's going to be an electric player. I think he's going to be a really good offensive. I do. I
Sounds
honestly
like you
do.
like him.
I don't like him for this team.
It's the team's fault.
I would much rather give me Keaton Wild.
It's not him, it's you.
Give me
Or
Fleming.
It's not him, it's us, right?
That's a lot of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. What else do I want? Oh yeah, we're on a 3-day fast. Anyone want to join us?
You're on wait, who's we?
Me, Jason, and Chris.
No, you guys are not.
Yeah.
3-day fast? Like you're just drinking
did it
water?
before.
Yeah.
You
3
can drink
days.
coffee.
Yeah, you can have coffee, water, and this has
Holy
there's a
smokes,
little
guys.
envelope of electrolytes. I can put it. We can have electrolytes, and we can have what is it? Bone broth.
And root beer.
Matt takes out his Barks
Or
root
as
beer.
no,
I love it.
I won't mess with it. I promise.
No touchy.
As I'm touching this part. I'm not touching this part.
And it's Barks, not Bargs, as I thought for.
Well, this started because my son thought it said bangs.
Oh God.
And no, he just thought it was BANGS.
Okay, I can kind of see it. Yeah, I can kind of see
He
it.
thought it was Bargs with a
really?
G.
Barks.
We're fasting?
We're fasting, and Matt's having root beer and Cheez-Its. And
Matt, if you fasted, you'd disappear.
This is our birthday.
Matt would go down the
so.
drain tomorrow morning in the shower.
Enjoy that fast game.
I like how he thinks he's like getting us with Barks root beer.
I wish I had a cold Barks root beer right now. Barks root beer isn't even top 5 root beer.
That's crazy.
A&W, baby.
Ugh.
The original.
Add a little honey.
I was always a fan of a mug.
Yeah, mugs.
Fine with mug, great too.
I like cream soda though.
Yes.
That's my jam.
That's what my dad likes. My dad scours Walmart for Walmart brand diet cream soda and gets it by the 2 liter. Isn't it?
Diet.
Yeah. My dad gets up, goes to Walmart early in the morning. You know why he goes to Walmart early in the morning, Kayla?
To avoid the traffic.
No, to avoid something.
Oh.
Their plumbing is better than the plumbing at home.
Jeez.
He has to take it too.
And he likes how it flushes harder.
That is hilarious.
Then he shuffles up and down the aisles.
Is this for real?
It's 100% for real. Then he shuffles up and down the aisles, looking for his diet cream. I got him like 22 liters of diet cream soda. Like
22 liters?
Yeah, 22. I guess that'd be 40 liters of cream soda. Celebrity birthdays brought to you by Crumble Cookies. Love you, Dad.
That's great.
Hey.
Hi.
You know what goes good with Crumble Cookies?
What?
Walmart diet cream soda. I'll bet it actually does.
Take your word for it.
Mm-hmm. Who's old today? Older.
Let's go with Sabrina Carpenter celebrating her birthday today.
Oh.
She's a big deal, isn't she? Now?
Yeah.
No.
That's who is that?
Chaperone.
Chaperone. I do like that song.
Yeah, isn't her name? That's always what I think of is her name Chaperone.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's Chapel Rowan.
Chaperone.
Roads.
Chaperone.
Sabrina Carpenter is, she's going to be, this is like 25. Something young.
28.
26.
27.
We have a correct answer. Goes to Christopher Law, 27th birthday.
Yay.
Sabrina. Happy birthday, Cam Newton.
Ooh, what hat will he wearing today on his birthday?
39.
Oh.
He is, he's 40. Big 4-0 for old Cameron Newton.
I don't think so. I think he's 36.
37.
We have a correct answer. Goes to Christopher Law. That's 2 in a row. 37. Happy birthday to Matt Leinart.
Oh, God, I used to be in love with him.
Me too.
What happened?
It's so weird. So was I.
Well, then I met him in person, and then I was like, you're a jerk.
Are you
Well, he's from a terrible college.
Right? University of Spoiled Children.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
Daddy.
You guys will get to meet her this summer, by the way.
I know. I'm excited
they're
to.
coming in. They're going to come in for their summer show.
Oh, I also have to ask you guys if you guys would want to come to a karaoke thing for my birthday, and I was going to say for yours too.
Yes.
No.
I mean, if I guess I'm there.
It's for your birthday.
I have to be there.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah.
Sorry, that just came to my mind.
Wait, what's that day? Aren't you gone on a Friday coming up? Yeah, that'd be the day. Sabrina Carpenter is...
What?
Nope.
I bet she's 26. No, she's 27.
No, we asked somebody after that.
Leinart.
Oh, yeah, Matt Leinart. Matt Leinart's 42.
44.
42.
43.
What?
We have a correct answer. It's Christopher Law. This is 3 in a row.
Oh, God. All right,
no one's ever done 4
Get
in
out of
a
the
row.
way.
Holy
Get out of the
smokes.
way.
All right, Chris.
Okay.
Oh,
you get to choose between, I have 3 left.
George.
Martha Quinn.
What?
Mike Lupica.
Martha Quinn?
Do you know who that is?
No. Is that a Star Wars character?
She worked for Fox News.
Little House on the Prairie?
No, Dave, who is? You're the only one. Maybe Chris. Chris, do you know who
She's
Martha Quinn
MTV.
is?
No idea.
One of the original MTV VJs.
Or Mo Harkless.
Yeah.
To go for the first
He's going
ever
for
4 in a row.
Markless.
Who was second?
Mike Lupica.
Martha Stewart is...
Nope,
Quinn.
Martha Quinn.
61.
Nope, Martha Quinn.
Martha Quinn is 61.
He's not right.
He's not
You
right.
guys have a guess?
Martha Quinn is, Kurt Loder just turned 80.
80. I couldn't believe it.
What?
Yeah.
Martha Quinn, 72.
73.
I still don't know who she is.
Well, just guess near us.
70.
The idea of a VJ.
70.
I know.
What?
That's closest.
Wait.
67.